Arizona woman are the latest developments. CBS's Jonathan Vigliotti.
The FBI is looking for a male 5'9" to 10 inches tall with an average build. They say he was wearing a black Ozark trail hiker backpack. Investigators were seen earlier in the day at Guthrie's front porch setting up this pop-up tent to take measurements. It was the same location a doorbell camera captured the man the FBI says is the suspect in Guthrie's abduction.
Court challenges are expected now that the Trump administration has moved to revoke the landmark environmental protection rule created to fight climate change by limiting greenhouse gases. CBS's Weijia Jiang.
President Trump has repeatedly called climate change a hoax, and this move would have a major impact on climate regulation. The 2009 endangerment finding declares greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and methane threaten human health and the environment. It is the foundation for several major climate policies like stricter vehicle emission standards.
Secretary of State Rubio is in Germany for an international security meeting that could show the strains of the U.S. relationship with Europe. And the BBC's Gurvinder Gill says the war in Ukraine is a key issue.
President Zelensky said it would be an important day with new steps towards shared security for Ukraine and Europe, including the first joint Ukrainian-German drone production enterprise. Arseny Yatsenyuk is a former Ukrainian prime minister.
I am quite optimistic in terms of whether Europe can handle this war together with Ukraine without Americans.
Well, CBS's Michael Wallace reports on a new American military move.
Sources tell CBS News the U.S.'s most advanced carrier, the USS Gerald R. Ford, and its escort ships are expected to head from the Caribbean to the Middle East as President Trump threatens Iran with military action if it doesn't agree to curb its nuclear program.
San Francisco teachers who've been on strike since Monday over wages and family health benefits have reached a tentative agreement with the school district. Now to Florida.
3, 2, 1, ignition, and liftoff.
Liftoff this morning for a new crew to the International Space Station. The team replaces the astronauts who returned to Earth early because one had a medical condition. A key measure of inflation fell to a nearly 5-year low last month. The government says consumer prices were up 2.4% from 1 year ago. Wall Street, the Dow is up 224 points. This is CBS News.
What is going on?
What's going on here?
How is this possible?
Great storytelling starts here.
Oh, come on.
Why? It's time for 60 Minutes.
Gunfire in Ballard leaves a Seattle police officer and a suspect hurt. More on that in just a moment, but first, KIRO Newsradio traffic. Southbound 5, some slowing through Northgate right now. Take about 40 minutes to get from Everett to Seattle, 35 minutes from Everett to Bellevue. And northbound 5, we got some slowing past the Ship Canal Bridge construction zone. Otherwise, Friday light traffic out there right now. This traffic report is brought to you by Subaru of Puyallup. Visit Subaru of Puyallup for friendly experts, transparent pricing, genuine care, and savings during the Subaru A Lot to Love event through March 31st. SubaruofPuyallup.com.
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO Newsradio and MyNorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Frank Lindsay. Federal civil rights investigators now looking into the Puyallup School District after a 16-year-old female wrestler says she was sexually assaulted during a match with a transgender competitor in a girls-only event. The Education Department says it will examine possible Title IX violations. Pierce County Sheriff's Office also investigating. We have reached out to the school district for comment. Seattle police shot a man who they say pulled a gun on them in Ballard last night. This man tells KIRO 7 he was shocked to hear gunshots in his normally quiet neighborhood.
It's crazy. It's like you never really seen anything like this in this area, so pretty surprising to hear, but I heard all the cop cars going by.
Just before 5:40 last night, police were sent to Northwest 62nd Street near the Ballard Community Center after a woman said she was being followed by a man she knew. When officers got there, they say that man pulled a gun. Shots were fired. He was hit several times. Last check was still alive. Officer was grazed by a bullet, but is already out of the hospital. And we're told a bullet hit a window at Adams Elementary School as well. No one hurt there. Seattle police apologizing after body cam video caught a commander making violent threats during a protest last spring. The commander was recorded saying, quote, "We are going in this time with guns blazing. We are past talking," unquote. Happened during a 7-hour standoff at Cal Anderson Park where demonstrators had gathered to protest a conservative Christian group's rally. A review by the Seattle Police Office of Inspector General found failed communications and cultural ignorance contributed to the bad outcome. 23 people were arrested. Police used force 16 times during that confrontation. 2 people dead after a 3-car crash on Highway 2 near Gold Bar yesterday. This was near milepost 31. For a while, highway was fully blocked. It has since reopened. 1 person dead after a head-on collision on Highway 97 in Klickitat County overnight. State Patrol says a driver crossed the center line, hit a semi. Troopers are waiting tests to see if drugs or alcohol were involved. Driver of the semi was okay. KIRO Newsradio weather is calling for showers today, and we will get some steady rain this afternoon with a high of 48 degrees. Cloudy, a few showers early tomorrow. Again, a high of 48. Partly to mostly cloudy skies. Slim chance of showers on Sunday with a high of 48 degrees. And then on Monday, cloudy, more rain, a little bit cooler still, only about 45 degrees on Monday. It's 38 right now in downtown Seattle. I'm Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO Newsradio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO Newsradio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Oh boy, it is Fresh Fridays here on the Gee and Ursula Show. Good morning to all of you. Ursula, I just want to tell you right now, listen. I did not feel like working today.
Why is that?
Because I'm tired. Well, no, I'm not tired. I just want to play
Friday.
It's Friday. I just want to play all day. So listen, here's my ask. I need the text line to be buzzing today. Listen, I need it to be buzzing. Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line, 888-973-5476. Doug in Mount Vernon, Allie in Tacoma, all of the usuals.
Yes,
Dennis
Ernie
in Seattle, Ernie in Kent,
Nikki in Tacoma,
Melinda in Bellevue. Yeah. Hey, make me happy. Let's have some fun on the text line. What you got, Ursula?
They always make it fun, though.
Yeah, what you got?
Well, coming up at 9:30, I know you said it's a Fresh Friday, and tomorrow, come on.
Yeah.
You know what tomorrow is. Are you ready for Valentine's Day?
Today is Friday the 13th.
Yes, today's Friday the 13th. I don't know if you're superstitious. I wasn't even planning to bring that up. But tomorrow is Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
If you do not have plans, forget about trying to book a place for dinner.
Okay.
I mean, a couple of weeks ago, we were looking for a place.
No doubt.
And we had to try a couple of times. So we are going to be joined, though, at 9:30 by a relationship expert. And
G. Scott.
No, that would not. You are a lot of things, but perhaps relationship expert, not so much. But we are going to have Dr. Pepper Schwartz join us at 9:30. If that name sounds familiar, you've seen her all over TV.
Okay. Wait. Time out.
Yes.
Time out.
Yes.
Earlier today.
Yes.
And you and Sophia were running the meeting because y'all know I was in the shower while they were doing the meeting. But when you guys kept saying Dr. Pepper, I thought that this was sponsored by Dr. Pepper.
Oh, stop it.
I did. It wasn't until just now that you said Dr. Pepper Schwartz.
Yes.
That's her name.
You've seen her on TV. She is like the go-to expert when it comes to relationships. So if you're struggling in that department and you're feeling it, you're in your feels here coming up on Valentine's Day, she's going to help us out.
Okay.
Okay, so that's coming up at 9:30. And then at 10:30, we've got another interview.
Yeah.
And you're going to hear from someone who is in the midst of a controversy, and we're going to actually talk about that right now. So again, our Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line is 888-973-5476, 888-973-KIRO.
All right, let's get to it. Ursula's top stories of the day brought to you by Pendergast Law.
And what started as a student walkout ended with a political shakeup at City Hall in Federal Way. The city council there has now stripped its own president, Martin Moore, of that leadership role after he made a Facebook post supporting students protesting ICE activity in their community. Moore, who is a substitute teacher in the district, met with students worried about ICE enforcement and shared their flyer and wrote that he was proud that they were using their voices, and he even invited others to message him if they wanted to join. And some council members say that crossed a line, and they argue that the council president is supposed to be neutral, not encouraging students to leave school or taking sides in a deeply political issue. So Moore says he was not speaking for the council. He was just showing support for scared residents and students who asked him to help amplify their message. And there was a meeting where they took this vote, and people packed this meeting, and the vast majority of those who spoke were supportive of him.
Disagreeing with someone's message does not entitle you to attack their right to free speech. I will not give any air of authenticity to the thought that a personal Facebook page becomes a city resource just because someone adds their title to it. That is partisan hogwash summoned up as an excuse to attack his message. As Martin's opponent during the election last year, I sat next to Martin at every town hall. I know for a fact that Martin's status as an immigrant and his support for immigrant communities were central to his candidacy. That means that they were already heavily considered by the voters in November. To work to undermine his position on immigration through any guise is to work to undermine the electorate, and democracy itself.
But Gee, after nearly 3 hours of debate and passion, the council ended up voting 4-3 to remove him as president.
All right. Okay. Our Martin has been, Councilmember Moore has been removed from his position as council president. We will now move. We're going to conduct business. So, item B on the agenda is the potential action to elect a city council president. Are there any? Please do not interrupt. Please do not interrupt.
So, Moore, just to be clear, still keeps his council seat. He just doesn't have the gavel as president.
Right. So, first I got to give you a saying that my dad used to say all the time. You've heard it before.
Yeah.
Champ, you can't give him the broom to hit you with. In this case right here, while I understand his intent, and by the way, we are going to be talking to him today, right?
Yeah, 10:30.
Yeah. I understand his intent. And as a matter of fact, Ursula, everything he's saying, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. However, you're president of the city council there. It's supposed to be, allegedly, nonpartisan, which you just found out that that's not the case. We'll get to that in a second. While I understand what you're saying and I understand your intent, you can't do that. You can't do that because what you have done is you have given them a reason to now remove you as president. Yeah, they'll keep you on as council, but they remove you on as president. So now when there's a deciding vote that needs to happen, you have lost that power. Also, you notice how they say it's nonpartisan, but all of a sudden, somehow, some way, all of the Republicans on one side voted one way and then the other? Because the truth of the matter is, everybody likes to hide their politics, but deep down there is politics. Speaking of politics, among the city's 100,000 residents, 20% are Latino in Federal Way. 32% are foreign-born. So he is actually speaking up for the community. The problem is how you went about it. And you went about it in a way where I agree, but they were going to use that against you. Plus, my sources tell me, you're also a full-time substitute teacher in the district. As a teacher, I'm quite sure that maybe upstairs, maybe the HR, they probably like, hey, maybe encouraging students to do that might not be a good idea. That might have been something that you should step away from. Again, I agree with his intent, but you can't give people the broom to hit you with, and that's what happened.
Okay, so I hear you loud and clear, and I'm gonna do the pushback first, and again, we will have Martin Moore joining us live at 10:30.
Are you pushing back because you really want to push back, or you just do it?
No, because I want to bring it. I want to bring it up, and actually, I was prepared to argue in support of Martin, but then I looked into Washington law, and so because you were saying, well, the council members are supposed to be nonpartisan. I mean, that's a joke because, as you said, every council member has a position, and yeah, it's supposed to be nonpartisan. But I mean, think of Seattle City Council members and those who have marched against Starbucks, or first day the mayor's on the job, she's protesting against Starbucks, or pro-labor, this, that, or the other thing. I mean, they take positions all the time. Right. So he is an immigrant. He's also someone who is in the school district, who's hearing from all these students. Where I think he went over the line, and I want to ask him about this, is if he actually met with them and then was trying to help organize them. But again, that's with his school district job. And that would be an district. This is for him as council president. Does this seem right? Yeah. And the only reason I'm saying that they had the right to do this is that under state law and basically city procedures, the presiding officer serves at the pleasure of the council majority. He was not elected council president. The council members elected him council president. Yeah. So that means the majority can replace that person at any time for political or trust reasons without actually proving misconduct. Right. So he helped them, but I'm with you. I agree with his position when it comes to this. It's just unfortunate. Yeah. It turned out this way, if that makes sense.
It does. And if there was a wish in a perfect world, do I think he should have been ousted as president? No. Would have been great is if they would have brought him back in for a discussion and say, hey, listen, just us in the room. Let's go over what to do and what to not do in events like this. Because right now, I hate to use this word, but these are unprecedented times. We are dealing with times right now that we've never, at least I don't remember, seen these times like this where communities and schools are afraid of that three-letter word, ICE. So therefore, hey, Mr. Moore, come on in here. Let's not do this again. We don't want to do it this way. Don't use your Facebook. This could have been done. However, they wanted to use this opportunity. Right. And that's what happened.
Yes. Okay, so again, Martin Moore will join us at 10:30. You can weigh in on this right now. 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO. What do you think? Speaking of ICE.
Yeah.
King County Executive Gurmai Zahalai is ordering ICE agents off of all non-public county property, meaning garages, vacant lots, parking areas, and buildings cannot be used as staging zones or operations bases unless the ICE agents have a judicial warrant.
Federal immigration enforcement on its face feels like a national issue that's far away and outside the scope of King County. We're here today because it's not far away. This is as hyper-local as it gets.
So, the county is also putting $2 million toward food, housing, and legal aid for immigrant families. The county is also going to create a 13-member response team, and they're telling the sheriff to write clear rules for how deputies verify and interact with federal agents. The county executive says families are scared, kids are worried that their parents won't be home after school, and the county, he says, needs to draw a line where it legally can. But if you've been following this, courts have already struck down a previous attempt to block deportation flights at Boeing Field, and immigration enforcement is federal authority, not local. So what do you think?
I think I got my good eye on everything that's going on with the King County executive and everything. And the reason why, Ursula, is I hope I don't mess up your notes here. There was a Facebook post, Ursula, that I've been looking at. And this Facebook post came in from Roxana Garcia. And I was looking at it, and I read it. I'll read it to you. There was a press conference this AM where the county executive announced a series of executive orders. I was one of the 2 community speakers invited to share some remarks. I struggled to accept this invitation because I have issues with being perceived to be in alignment with an elected I do not have a relationship with. I also do not like the political theater that is the press conference. Quotes. After checking in with my inner circle, I decided to accept the invitation and chose to write my remarks not praising the bare minimum, but instead write them from a place of honoring and uplifting the communities whose labor is seeing entire bodies of communities through this moment. My remarks did not make it to the stories you see in the press, which is all good because I get to share them with you here on my own terms, full and unedited. And I'm bringing that up to say this. You and I, we interviewed the now King County executive, who's now Gurmai Zahalai, and then we also interviewed his opponent at that time. And one of the things that both you and I said going forward was whoever was to win, the leadership that's going to have to take place in this office, so mayor, executive, whatever, we are getting ready to go through some real times and leadership, all hands on deck. So if just the same thing, the status quo is just check the box and just have a press conference and not real leadership is going to be happening, like the movie Ghost, we in trouble, girl. And that's what's going to happen going forward. So I didn't. Go ahead.
What is your biggest concern? Because my biggest concern is I get what he's trying to do, but the bottom line is this isn't going to stop ICE. It just essentially says you can't use county back rooms as a staging area, but the reality is where's ICE going? I mean, they're going to homes, they're going to workplaces, they're going to jails, they're going to courthouses, and these are all places that the order does not actually impact.
Right.
So it's almost like a lot of window dressing.
Political theater.
Yeah, right. And so in terms of that, it's like, okay, I like your messaging, but in practical terms, this really changes maybe optics more than actual outcomes. And I just want to keep hammering the point that if you don't like what is going on right now, the biggest impact you can have is in November.
Yeah. Ursula, that was a bar right there. I don't even think you knew it. You just said, what did you just say? You just said, hold on. You said no. It was good.
It's a lot of window dressing.
No. You said if you're just looking to change the optics, instead of
outcomes.
Outcomes.
Yes.
Oh man, that was a bar.
Yeah. Well, too often it's all about the optics, and it's like the reality is we have to be willing to get out, get the vote out. You don't like what's going on, vote against it.
Ursula, I just want to tell you, that be sounding good on get out and vote. And then every single time we
keep hammering it.
We be struggling on the vote. Folks, they be
I'm
tripping.
gonna just keep hammering.
We be having 21% voter turnout.
I know.
30% voter turnout.
I know. Can I squeeze one more thing in?
All right, squeeze it.
Squeeze one more thing, because I gotta bring this up.
Come on.
Did you hear about this house in Lacey? More than 150 kids a day were walking in and out of what investigators say was a drug house right next to schools in a Lacey neighborhood. We're not talking about them sneaking around, not late at night. We're talking about during the school day. And this was after months of surveillance and undercover buys. Detectives served a search warrant and arrested 5 people. And inside this house, they say they found cocaine, psychedelic mushrooms, mushroom-infused candy bars, and about 500 cannabis products packaged to appeal to kids, along with scales and all sorts of other equipment. They also say guns were tied to the operation. And again, this home is within walking distance of a middle school and high school. And they're saying, I'm laughing only because how the heck do you have 150 kids a day walking in and out of that house?
I don't know. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I mean, I've seen some trap houses.
Well, here's my question.
I've seen some dope houses.
And I want to bring this back, but because we're out of time.
Yeah.
Why do we still have open campuses?
Oh, yeah, I've been singing that for years. I've always disagreed with open campuses, but then people just say, oh, gee, you need to catch up with the times. What do you mean catch up with the times? I know what the times were. Back in our day, it was open campus all the time. Literally, the worst things that happen for kids during a day is during that open campus time. Like, literally. Like the worst things that you can go do. And if you're listening right now, go ahead and text in the stuff that you did when it was open campus during that time. You was up to no good.
And I was looking, it's like, compared to many states, Washington schools are more likely to allow students to leave campus. I mean, there are other states,
Did you let
California.
your kids leave campus?
No, they went to a private school. Wait, so I laughed because it was a little tighter. I mean, they had tighter restrictions. No, they couldn't just wander around.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. The open campus stuff, that should not happen. You should be on campus. That's it. Bring the food trucks on the campus and let them do their thing. But you do not get to leave campus. And you can already tell, Sophia and Ian, those are open campus kids. Watch. Look at them. Watch out. Ian, was you an open campus kid?
Oh, yeah.
I can tell. You're bad as hell.
No, I went to public school, but it was like jail, actually. Ours wasn't open all the time.
California is the one that has closed campuses.
Oh, yeah, California don't play. All right. Coming up next, Dr. Pepper Schwartz is going to come in on the state of romance in America. And considering Valentine's Day is tomorrow, everybody be ready to take some notes. Next, Gee Ursula.
Hey, Brock Hewitt here with my buddy, Dr. Daniel Nelson from Eastside Pain and Regenerative Medicine. The stem cell therapy you did on my knee was a game changer. But Dr. Dan, people ask me all the time if you're seeing the same kind of success treating neck and back pain with stem cell therapy.
Great question, Brock. As you know from your experience, we've had tremendous success treating major joints like hips, knees, and shoulders, but we've also seen excellent results treating neck and lower back pain. In fact, we're the only clinic in the Seattle area offering image-guided stem cell and PRP injection therapy specifically for neck and low back pain.
How cool is that? If joint, neck, or back pain is holding you back, call Dr. Daniel Nelson at Eastside Pain and Regenerative Medicine and find out if stem cell therapy may be right for you. Dr. Dan here is the only doctor with over 30 years of experience in pain medicine techniques, including stem cell therapy. Call Dr. Daniel Nelson, MD, at 425-823-4000 or visit danielnelsonmd.com. That's 425-823-4000 or danielnelsonmd.com.
If you've been injured in a car accident, you have two choices: handle everything yourself or hire an experienced attorney. Go it alone, and you'll be on the phone with insurance adjusters, chasing medical records, fighting for lost wages, and trying to figure out what your case is really worth. Hire the right attorney, and they take all that off your plate so you can focus on getting better. Harold Carr Law Offices has a dedicated team of 48 people and more than 35 years of experience handling car accident cases right here in our community. Harold Carr Law Offices handles big cases and small ones while still treating their clients like family. Here's the difference they make. They save you time, reduce your stress, and get you significantly more money than you'd ever get on your own. Harold Carr Law Offices fights for you at no out-of-pocket cost to you. If you're in a car accident, call them right away. Visit carlaw.com. 2 R's in car. Car accident? Call CAR.
You know, retirement is supposed to be a time of rest and relaxation. But every week I get calls from seniors who are stressed out because their cost of living keeps going up. They love their home and they want to stay in it, but they're struggling with rising property taxes, monthly bills, and monthly mortgage payments if they have one. Hi, I'm Steve Teitler, owner of Best Mortgage, a local family-owned company. I specialize in the reverse mortgage, which allows seniors to tap into your home equity for tax-free cash to pay off your mortgage, pay off debts, and maybe put some extra money in the bank. A reverse mortgage is a great option for some people, but it's not right for everyone. So give me a call and you'll talk directly to me in person or over the phone for honest advice you can trust. Search for Best Mortgage on the web or call us at 425-649-6000. You'll talk to me, not an AI robot. Best Mortgage, 425-649-6000.
It's cold outside, and if you're noticing it's taking forever to heat your home, there are cold spots in certain rooms, your furnace turns off and on a lot, or it never stops, or maybe your energy bill is just way too high. These are all warning signs that your home needs a blanket. There may be something wrong with your insulation, which means not only are you uncomfortable in your own home, but you could be wasting hundreds or thousands of dollars a year in lost energy. Call Insulation Northwest today, and we'll send one of our professionals to give you a fast, free energy inspection to determine if there is a problem. And if there is a problem, we can fix it fast. Most jobs are completed in 1 day. You have nothing to lose. The inspection is free and only takes about an hour and could save you thousands. Keep the heat in, the cold out, and your energy bill low. Call Insulation Northwest today. Insulation Northwest, the real insulation company.
Please ask if you qualify for thousands of dollars of free rebates from your energy company.
InsulationNorthwest.com. Carter Subaru is Seattle's only Subaru dealer with the largest selection of Subarus in Washington. With over 800 vehicles in stock, they have exactly what you're looking for with savings you'll love. Visit Carter Subaru in Shoreline and Ballard or anytime at cartersubaru.com.
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit, accurate auto body.
If you've been in an auto accident, you have the right to take your vehicle to any repair facility. Accurate Auto Body has been family owned and operated since 1994, and they work for you, not your insurance company. Your insurance company may not love them, but you will, because
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit, accurate auto body.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Frank Lindsay. A police shooting in Ballard left a man critically hurt and one officer with minor injuries last night. Seattle police say the man pulled a gun on officers responding to a harassment call near Northwest 62nd Street. Officers returned fire and then provided with a man with first aid. Seattle Police Chief Sean Barnes spoke with KIRO 7.
No matter where we're standing in this city, whether we're by a school or someone's home or by a business, violence against our community is never okay.
Guilty of second-degree assault and guilty of hate crime. Those are the verdicts in the hate crime trial of 39-year-old Andrew Carlo. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch was in the courtroom for the verdict yesterday.
It took the jury of 6 men and 6 women less than 4 hours to arrive at their verdicts. Most jurors didn't want to talk about the case, but juror number 3 did. He says it was the totality of the state's case, the victim's testimony, and that of witnesses that led to the verdicts.
Andy Hope Kettle's own account was compelling. The other people, at every point, there was someone else who had witnessed or heard the same kind of things, and so cumulatively it was convincing.
Carlo faces 5 to 7 years in prison when sentenced later this year. At the King County Courthouse in Seattle, James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
Sound Transit set a ridership record during the Seahawks Victory Parade. More than 200,000 passengers packed the trains on Wednesday. Sound Transit CEO Dow Constantine calls it the biggest day in our region's transit history. He said on Thursday that the number will likely go up after the staff finishes a more precise count. And light rail riders are about to have a lot more train service. Starting tomorrow, Sound Transit will enter the final testing phase before the 2 lines Cross Lake connection opens on March 28th. That means double the trains between International District Chinatown and Linwood City Center. Test trains will run the full future schedule from downtown Redmond across Lake Washington through Seattle up to Linwood and back. The existing 2 line between downtown Redmond and South Bellevue will also have extended hours with trains running until midnight. On Wall Street at this hour, the Dow is up 238 points, NASDAQ up 141, and the S&P is up almost 47 points. KIRO News Radio traffic. We do have a collision on southbound 5 near the Puyallup River Bridge, and at last check, the southbound direction completely blocked. So normally your trip from Federal Way to Tacoma would take you about 9 minutes. It's about 22 minutes right now. And we also, of course, have the slowing on I-5 through that Ship Canal Bridge construction zone. This traffic report brought to you by Subaru of Puyallup. Visit Subaru of Puyallup for friendly experts, transparent pricing, genuine care, and savings during the Subaru A Lot to Love event through March 31st. SubaruofPuyallup.com. Your weather forecast now calling for showers and steady rain pretty much all day today, a high of 48 degrees. Cloudy, a few showers tomorrow. Again, right about 48. We'll stay around 48 on Sunday. Just cloudy skies, though. Possibility of some more showers, but pretty much a dry day. And then overcast, rain showers on Monday with a high of 45. 44 degrees right now in downtown Seattle. I'm Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show. It is a fresh Friday. It's also the eve of Valentine's Day, and love is in the air, or at least it's supposed to be. You know, it used to be a lot simpler. You meet somebody, you date for a while, maybe you get married, but now you move in, you split the rent, you share your passwords and your Venmo, and then figure out the relationship later. So on the eve of Valentine's Day, what even counts as romance anymore? We are joined now by relationship expert Dr. Pepper Schwartz. She is a sociologist. She's also a best-selling author, longtime UW professor, and in case you watched the show Married at First Sight, she was on that show for years as well. Dr. Schwartz, great to have you.
Thank you. It's good to be here. I enjoyed listening to you guys before I came on.
Oh.
That was very interesting.
Thank you so much. So let's boil it down. What has been the biggest change in relationships today versus how, when Gee and I were dating, how it used to be different?
Well, I think we have extremes. We have people who are burnt out by 21. They've dated, they've had sex, they've been dumped, they've been scammed. I mean, they have a lot of experience, and I think for most part it's burnt them out. They're very frustrated. And then there's some people who have had no experience. They get through college or after high school with literally no dating experiences. They do group dating, group things. They're inexperienced in the way that we would have had with at least one person. So it's really kind of a complex and I would say frustrating and depressing dating environment compared to at least when I was growing up, and things seem to be a lot easier.
Dr. Schwartz, I decided, instead of asking you questions, I would love to just deliver some sweeping statements for you, and you can dispel them or not. Are you ready, Dr. Schwartz? Here we go. We don't have communication problems. We have honesty problems. Your thoughts?
A negative on that. I think we have communication problems and honesty problems. I think we have both. If you want me to go on and explain that, I will.
You can. You can explain that. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I think we have so many things to hide behind online that allows us to construct fantasy selves that, can't surface. I think a lot of people wonder, why did that person I was communicating with disappear? Well, because they weren't who you thought they were. So that happens. But I also think communication, I think we make assumptions that what we said was heard how we meant it. And I'm telling you from all my experience, that is not the truth. You think you've been heard, but that person is some other universe. And it doesn't have to be in the big ways you think of being different ages or different colors or whatever. It is literally microculture sometimes. Maybe you come from middle-class place in Iowa, and I come from New York City, and there's things we've taken for granted that literally do not translate to the other person.
Dr. Schwartz, I want to hear more of Gee's sweeping statements, but I do want to ask you because, what really changed, at least from when I was dating, is the whole dating app situation and how much online dating there is and finding how has that improved or made the dating situation worse or relationships worse?
Well, the improvement is that you can actually find somebody. How I like it into, it's going fishing in a lake where you don't know if there's any fish in it, or going fishing in a lake with a fish finder. I mean, right? You're not totally at sea here. So the good news is where people are. You can reach people, particularly if you're looking for something that's not common. You would have no hope of finding that before, but now you can find that person. The bad news is that people are treated as fungible, like they don't seem to have responsibility to each other. They don't do what they say they're going to do, or they dump each other because, well, it could be even better or whatever. So I think people are much more cavalier with each other because they're not held accountable.
Well, here comes another sweeping statement, Dr. Schwartz. You can say whether you agree or disagree. Most people don't want a partner. They want a feeling. They don't necessarily want you. They want how you make them feel. And when the feelings change, so do they.
I think that's a really interesting statement. And I think that's true for some people.
Yes.
I do. I think you make an important distinction. A partner is somebody you can work with over a long period of time, have each other's backs, and create something together that always takes work and it always has compromise. But a feeling is something sometimes ephemeral. You just think it's there and you've never had it, but you imagine what it could be. Or it's temporary. I feel good about you now, but next 2 hours, not so much. The latter is guaranteed to keep you single. The former, I think, might get you a partner.
Okay, we were chatting about this on the show a couple of days ago, and I would love your input. How soon should couples discuss finances when it comes to dating, when they're just in the dating phase? When do you bring up your debt load?
Well, I think not until you both think it's serious. What is anybody's business about your economics or how much money or debt you have, for that matter, if you're not going to keep going on? But when you start to say things like, I love you, or I'm imagining a future with you, then you really have to know, well, what would it be like together? What would we be going in with? What do you have to accept about me? Or, what do you imagine our lifestyle would be? I mean, I think if it gets serious, that's part of life. That's part of reality. And I think people deserve to know not exactly what dollar amount is in your savings account, but, the sort of the general scope of it. I always found it very interesting when I'm doing research. I can ask people all kinds of sex questions. Are you orgasmic? Is this the best lover you've ever had? Or not? Tell me why not. I can ask them that, and they'll tell me. But if I ask them how much money they have in their bank account, hey, they say, that's personal.
Wow, really?
Wow.
Yeah, so money's touchy. It's touchy.
It is touchy. All right. I got one more for you, Dr. Schwartz.
No, I'm excited.
Love isn't enough. Because I believe if love was enough, half the divorce lawyers would be unemployed.
I wish love were enough. But again, I sort of agree with you that love isn't enough, but it's also really important to be there. I sometimes think people get very transactional. Okay, this is a good enough person. She's pretty enough, or he's tall enough, or whatever, and it's time for me to get married, and I can do this. But I honestly do believe, and maybe this is the romantic in me, that spark has to be there, that's something that makes you want to compromise, want to accept something that isn't so great about that person. That love really is something, that feeling, that attraction is not irrelevant. But is it everything? No. I mean, you might love them and they're an alcoholic and it's not going to be enough.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I need to ask one more thing because we got Gen Z listeners too and Gen Z members in our studio. 86% of young adults are uncoupled. What is it that our young adults are missing in the dating world right now?
Money.
Well, money is important, particularly for guys where there's this expectation that they're going to pay. And, I think that's really important. But I think it's having too damn long a list. There's so many exclusions.
Explain that.
They have these 20 categories they're looking for. I say 3 and only 3. And after that, just kind of work with it and negotiate. But honestly, people feeling so entitled. And I go who are you?
Wait. Our Gen Zers are nodding their heads. They've got these long lists of things that they have to have.
Right.
So what are the 3? What, in your opinion, what should be the 3?
Well, I think the 3 is up to you. For me, it was heart, a big heart, intelligence, somebody I respect, and somebody who could love me and be loyal and loving to me for the long haul. After that, we can work on it.
Dr. Schwartz, we got to do this again. We got to do this again, Dr. Schwartz. This is awesome. I love this.
Thank you. I have to.
I see why she's so popular. Thank you so much, Dr. Pepper Schwartz. We will definitely have you on again.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun, and I was very thoughtful. Thank you.
See you next time. By the way, my sweeping statements, that's all I'm going to do. Every time she comes on, I'm doing sweeping statements, and I'm going to need y'all to help me with sweeping statements, too. Coming up next, why did top Goldman Sachs lawyer resign? You guys heard about that? We'll tell you next. Gee Ursula.
Flo here to say that Progressive knows that life can change quickly, so it's good to have flexible coverage.
Oh, like when I have to take my ex off my policy.
Oh, sorry. But yes, we can do that.
And can you send them a message and tell them that they have trust issues that they need to work on?
We don't really get in the middle of these conflicts.
Also, can you let them know that I was faking interest in his band and it's probably time to grow up?
I'm not going to do it. Just know that with Progressive, you can easily make changes to your auto insurance because we know life changes.
Also, I'm staying in touch with his mom because she's absolutely lovely.
Bad idea.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Finding great candidates to hire can be like, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. The big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
The first few steps that I took in the morning were pretty painful.
This is Carlos.
I mean, I had been told by multiple orthopedic surgeons that there was no alternative for me.
That wasn't what he wanted to hear. You see, Carlos is an active guy.
I played basketball, and for 3 to 4 days after, my knees would just be so swollen. And now I can play basketball, and there is no swelling. There is no pain in the knees.
No swelling, no pain, because Carlos went to see Dr. Mark Wagner, MD, at Seattle Sports and Regenerative Medicine for stem cell therapy.
I'm just happy to be able to be out there. And then knowing that tomorrow I am not going to suffer for this.
What do you say to your friends and family who are in pain?
I say, I had horrible knee pain and stem cells really worked for me. You might want to go to Dr. Wagner, just get a consultation before you have surgery.
Consider stem cell therapy with Dr. Mark Wagner, MD, at Seattle Sports and Regenerative Medicine. Schedule your consultation at drmarkwagnermd.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Hartley here from Wilcox Family Farms. All of us on the farm want to congratulate our football team on a winning season. And I want to remind you, the shape of a football, it's kind of like an egg. Sure, one's for touchdowns, the other's for healthy breakfast. But you score with both. So celebrate the season with locally fresh eggs from Wilcox, because both scramble pretty well. Wilcox Family Farms, locally fresh since 1909.
Underestimating the trucking industry is one of the biggest mistakes I see victims and other lawyers make. Trucking companies have an army of lawyers and experts who act quickly after an accident to protect the company. Only an experienced trucking accident lawyer can navigate the complicated federal and state laws to protect your rights. If you or a loved one has been injured in a trucking accident, call Davis Law Group today for a free consultation or get my free book on trucking accident law at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
It's home show season. Lake Washington Windows and Doors is giving you 20% off, plus 12 months same as cash financing. Visit them at the home shows or lakewashingtonwindows.com.
Nearly half the homes in Western Washington are not properly insulated or not insulated at all. Sound like your home? Then call for your free inspection.
InsulationNorthwest.com.
Hey, I'm always flexing.
Yeah. That's right. It is Flex Fridays here on the Gee and Ursula Show. Hey, we're going to talk about Flex Fridays, but in a second, we are going to just kind of, because Dr. Pepper Schwartz was amazing. Really grateful that she came on the show and giving some relationship advice. We're going to be talking about that because she mentioned something. She talked about, hey, you don't need a list of 20 things. You need a list of 3 things that you need. And maybe we'll ask you, what are the list of 3 things that you need in looking for a partner? And we're going to ask Gen Z here, Sophia and Ian, who's here. But Ursula, Flex Fridays, we got to check in. I know we didn't forget. Did you get to the gym? Did you do any working out? Did you do anything? What you got?
Well, I have to keep it a buck.
Come on.
And you know how I said I was going to stay with the 2 times a week at the gym?
Yeah.
This past week, I only went once.
Okay. But you made it.
I did make it.
And just so you know, you can always make it twice tomorrow.
That's true. That's true. And I got to look at it as, and this time around, I didn't even take a picture. And so I need to make sure that I do the pictures because that helps keep me accountable too.
Okay.
In my defense, I will say that we had a lot of sunny days, and so I did more walking.
Okay.
But I just didn't do the weight resistance, which is what my doctor told me is what I need.
Right.
So holding myself accountable, I did not do as well as I wanted to.
Okay. We're good. We're good.
Well, you have kept on it.
I've started a new series. When I get ready towards the end, I do my walking with G at the end, and I kind of give some little life stuff out there. So it's been great. Been loving the gym. I apologize to a few people that's kind of gotten into my videos. My apologies.
Oh.
All right. Let's have some fun.
Okay.
Because we just had Dr. Pepper Schwartz on, relationship guru, and we were talking about one of the things she mentioned after your question, Ursula. She was like, hey, people have too long of a list. They're too picky these days.
The young people especially.
Especially the young people. But some of y'all right now, you probably, maybe sometimes you might have been single for 50 years because, hey, your list is too big. So instead of a list of 20 things, what are the 3? Ty and Milton just texted in and says honesty, loyalty, and communication.
I love that list.
Ty, I love you, but that's boring. Stop it, Ty.
And respect.
Ty's boring. That's boring.
Okay,
All right.
what G wanted to hear is you have to be hot as hell. Gee, come on.
You gotta have a 6-pack, 6 figures.
Hey. All right.
I actually like Ty's list.
Okay, Ty.
And if it comes down to it,
Ty, here's
honesty,
the thing. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean,
respect, huge. Communication, huge.
Okay.
But you have to have that attraction.
No. I will say this, Ty. The honesty part, yes. That I
respect.
Think, well, I mean, you got to earn that respect.
All of that needs to come.
You got to earn that
together.
Respect.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you might not deserve no respect. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to earn that.
Okay, well, I want to turn it around, but I want to hear from our Gen Z.
Ian's a Gen Z who still owes me because he lost a bet. Ian, what's your 3, man?
I would say my 3 are pretty basic and pretty generic too. It's like it's fun, it's cool, and it's easy. Like
wait, hold on.
No. As in low effort.
It's a family show.
Low effort.
Ian, this is a family show. When you say easy, what you mean by that?
I mean, we are both working hard to like make a relationship with each other. But we're not working against each other.
At a fast pace.
Yes.
What
not a fast pace.
No. You mean drama free.
Exactly.
No.
Yes.
Always look out for Ursula to help you.
I need a translator.
I get you. I got you. I know what you meant. G's mind went entirely a whole different direction.
All right.
Sophia.
Oh my gosh.
What's your 3?
I don't know.
You know, Sophia's got 100, so to have her go down to 3
6 figures, 6 abs.
Okay.
No, I mean, I think honestly, like I know we're going back to Ty. I think the honesty, loyalty, and communication should just be the 3 given, which is why I would not put them in the 3 of the list. And then I think kind of in that same way, like you have to be like vibey on a certain level. Being funny is huge for me. Like I thought everyone was funny, and then I realized that they're not. Like there's a lot of, especially, and this is no shade to some men in certain industries, but you know, sometimes those guys that make 6 figures are really dry and boring. Yeah. I just can't. I can't deal with that.
Okay. I just want to say this. You guys are missing one word, and I'm shocked that it has not come up in the text line or with any of you here. Consistent. Consistency is important, right? Like, are you this way on Monday, and then you're Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde on Friday, and then all of a sudden on Monday you're another type of way? Or are you consistent? Like they know you're gonna be this way, and this is your flat line, your baseline right here. Consistency.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. What you got?
See, I think consistency was almost more boring than Ty's answer.
No, but I think that's really important, though. I think G's gotten into the deep stuff there.
My wife's texting in.
I'm giving you. Wait. Mike in Portland. Emotional maturity.
Oh,
That's the big one. And maybe that encompasses the consistency, emotional maturity, kindness, and shared core values. Bingo.
Okay, here's mine. Honesty, consistency, and kindness. You gotta be kind.
Yes.
And how do you test that out? Take her out to dinner and see how she treats the server and the staff. Ian, you the only one to try to be kicking me out early on my own damn show. Hey, coming up next.
Get yelled at.
Coming up at 10 o'clock, Goldman Sachs lawyer resigns. We'll tell you why next. Gee Ursula.
That's another amazing run by Team USA.
Mom, think I'll be on Team USA one day?
Well,
I'll take this one.
What? Are you speaking to us?
Yes, and to answer your question, anything's possible, especially with Xfinity.
So, I can be the best snowboarder ever?
Well, I can't guarantee that, but Xfinity can guarantee that your internet price won't change for 5 years.
Okay. What if I practice every day?
Then maybe you'll be snowboarding for Team USA at the next Olympic Winter Games. And Mom, you'll still be paying the same price for Wi-Fi.
Ooh, really stuck the landing there.
It's the Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. That's a $10.99 value per month. Xfinity. Imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Actual speeds vary.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Febreze. New Febreze Air Mist has 50% more odor fighters and up to 30% more fragrance than the old formula. So now you can take on 100% more stinky odors, like sweaty gym bags, greasy cooking smells, and the after effects of the dog rolling around in something. Just spray, and new Febreze Air instantly restores just clean freshness. Smell you later, odor. Breathe happy, Febreze. La 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 la.
I'm worried.
About what?
Water.
Oh?
Hot water, if you really want to know.
Water heater worries?
Worried it's wearing down.
Running out?
The hot doesn't last like it used to.
So you're...
worried.
I got a guaranteed fix.
Let me guess. A new water heater.
Right, but...
that's what worries me.
Well, worry no more.
Why?
What you need is an Apollo Plumbing water heater.
Because?
We include Wrenchie's worry-free warranty.
Wrenchie's what?
Worry-free warranty.
Which means?
When it wears out, we replace it.
No extra charge.
As an A-list club member, you're covered for life.
For life?
For as long as you're an A-list member. You get annual life-extending water heater flushes included.
So it lasts longer.
Right.
And when it needs replacement,
you're covered.
With no worries.
Because it's Wrenchie's
worry-free warranty.
What else would you expect from the Ready Right Now plumbers?
Apollo Plumbing.
Home of Wrenchie's worry-free warranty.
What about tankless ones?
Worry-free too.
Gotta love that Wrenchie.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-959-3388. That's 800-959-3388.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Carter Subaru is Seattle's only Subaru dealer with the largest selection of Subarus in Washington. With over 800 vehicles in stock, they have exactly what you're looking for with savings you'll love. Visit Carter Subaru in Shoreline and Ballard or anytime at cartersubaru.com.
KIRO FM and HD1 Tacoma, Seattle.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Steve Kathan. A now familiar refrain from President Trump.
The economy is doing unbelievable. We right now have the hottest country anywhere in the world.
And new numbers out today from the government show inflation easing, with prices last month rising 2.4% from 1 year ago. CBS's Zach Hudak.
The administration is running sort of a victory lap on this. They are seeing this in large part as a response to the criticisms on the tariffs that they have, and they see this as an example of them working.
Well, President Trump has ordered the world's largest aircraft carrier to head to the Middle East. CBS's Linda Kenyon is at the White House.
The USS Gerald R. Ford has been in the Caribbean Sea but is now relocating as President Trump considers whether to take military action against Iran. The Gerald Ford will join another aircraft carrier group already in the Middle East as the president ramps up pressure against Iran to strike a deal to end its nuclear program.
Now to Capitol Hill, CBS's Caitlin Huey-Burns tells us a partial government shutdown is closing in.
Congress is out. No one is here. They have left town for a week-long recess. So that deadline is midnight tonight. They are unlikely to reach that. They are told if there is a deal to be done, they will come back into session, but that remains elusive because the two sides still remain far apart.
A new FBI wanted poster has emerged from the analysis of the masked man spotted on video on Nancy Guthrie's porch, a man now considered a suspect. CBS's Andres Gutierrez.
This is the first time investigators have a physical description of the person who they believe snatched Nancy Guthrie in the middle of the night. What's important here is that this description did not come from a witness. It came from a forensic analysis of the recovered surveillance video. FBI specialists were able to enhance and stabilize that video and ended up using some reference points there at the front door, like the porch fixtures as well as the height of the front door, to estimate that person's size.
The man is said to be 5'9" or 5'10" with an average build. Injured American skier Lindsey Vonn is recovering from surgery on her broken leg in Italy and posting on social media.
I feel very lucky and fortunate to have so many people around me that have really helped me get through this. So I just want to say thank you and go Team USA.
Another surgery is planned for her tomorrow. After that, Vonn says she hopes she can go home. An arbitrator has determined the NFL Players Association violated the collective bargaining agreement with the league by distributing annual team report cards, and the union's been ordered now to stop. Checking Wall Street, right now the Dow is up 180 points. This is CBS News.
I want to know what's going on in the world.
I'm Tony.
There are big questions that all of us are asking. I want to get you the answers.
How are you?
I'm Tony DeCopel. Join me on the CBS Evening News.
A shooting involving Seattle police in Ballard last night. We'll get the latest on that in just a moment. But first, KIRO Newsradio traffic. We've got a crash southbound 5 near the Puyallup River Bridge. The southbound direction is completely blocked. So now traffic is being diverted off onto Port of Tacoma Road. So this is causing major delays as you go from Federal Way to Tacoma. That normally is a 9-minute drive. Well, it's going to take you about 49 minutes right now. Traffic is backed up all the way to Wild Waves. Other travel times, Everett to Seattle right now, taking about 40 minutes. Everett to Bellevue, about 26. This traffic report is brought to you by Subaru of Puyallup. Visit Subaru of Puyallup for friendly experts, transparent pricing, genuine care, and savings during this Subaru A Lot to Love event through March 31st. SubaruofPuyallup.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Frank Lindsay. Seattle police say officers shot a man multiple times during what they're calling a possible domestic violence incident. This was near the Ballard Community Center last night. Here's KIRO 7 TV's Brooke Griffin.
Police tell us as soon as officers got here, the situation quickly became violent. Neighbors telling us that they were shocked and really just confused to hear those gunshots because this is normally a very quiet neighborhood.
Now, police had received multiple reports that a man was following a woman. When they got there, investigators say the man pulled out a gun. That's when he was shot several times. One officer was grazed in the leg during that shooting, but is already out of the hospital with just minor injuries. U.S. Education Department opening a civil rights investigation into the Puyallup School District after a female wrestler reported being sexually assaulted during a match against a transgender student. Federal officials will review whether the district violated Title IX by failing to act on the assault report. Pierce County Sheriff's Office is investigating this, and we have reached out to the school district for comment. A woman is dead after being hit by a car along Highway 99 in Fife. Assistant Police Chief David Claridge says the officers responded to that crash in the 4400 block of Pacific Highway East early this morning. The driver was not arrested.
Is an adult driver, no impairments, speed was not a factor. At the initial reports, it appears as though he was traveling at speed or at the posted speed limit.
No one else was hurt. 3 people killed in a 3-car crash on Highway 2 near Gold Bar last night. State Patrol says a car headed westbound crossed the center line, hit an oncoming car. Third car ended up getting involved. People in that third car ended up in the hospital. Troopers say drugs and alcohol were not involved. And 1 person dead after a head-on crash on Highway 97 in Klickitat County overnight. WSP says the driver crossed the center line, hit a semi-truck. Troopers are waiting to see if drugs or alcohol were involved. In that crash, the semi-truck driver was not hurt. KIRO Radio weather calling for showers throughout the day, a high of 48 degrees. Few showers early tomorrow. For your Valentine's Day, 48 degrees once again, and more clouds on Sunday, too. Right now, 45 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO Newsradio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO Newsradio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Good morning, everybody. It is Fresh Fridays here on the Gee and Ursula Show. Good morning to all of you. The 9 o'clock hour was great, but we will see what the 10 o'clock hour is about because there's no way. I mean, things are going too good. I'm sure Ursula's going to bring some topics that are probably heavy. I mean, haven't you guys just been enjoying this Friday? And then there's always the teacher that comes in class and says, now, okay, now, class, settle down. We got to buckle down and we got to get through this lesson.
Wow. Wow. Okay, truth be known, you were texting me about this very story we're going to bring up all day yesterday.
I was just
and so then I'm going to present it, and now you're going to blame me. Can I tell you, though, what I love is that our last segment and talking about and generated from Dr. Pepper Schwartz's comment that if you are dating right now or you're looking for a partner, don't come up with a humongous list of expectations. Boil it down to 3. Yeah. And what I love is that everyone is texting in their 3. What are your 3 requirements for a relationship, or what has been working for you in your relationship right now? Right. Text us. Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line 888-973-5476 888-973 KIRO.
All right, let's get to it. What we got?
What's new at 10?
And you might remember this. There was a protest over religion and LGBTQ rights, and it didn't just spiral in Seattle. A new city review says the police response actually helped push it there. So remember last spring, it was at Cal Anderson Park, a conservative Christian rally met counter-protests from the LGBTQ community in one of Seattle's most symbolically important queer spaces. Gee, according to this new report, which was done by the Inspector General, before things even turned violent, a commander at SPD was recorded telling officers they were going to go in, quote unquote, guns blazing, and they were done talking. And the investigators in this report say that tone actually mattered. They pointed out that officers at that time also broadly labeled the crowd as Antifa and even used the term trans-tifa, which the report says is inflammatory. And they say that SPD also treated the gathering like it was one single hostile group instead of a mix of community members, activists, and bystanders. And they say they did it without recognizing where they actually were. Again, pointing out that Cal Anderson Park is tied to Pride history and the state's first openly gay lawmaker. That's why it's named Cal Anderson Park. Right. And 7 hours later, there were 23 arrests. And according to this report, force was used 16 times. Some people who were hit were not even suspected of any wrongdoing. But bike officers were surging into the the large crowds. So after this report, again, that was just released and it's detailed in the Seattle Times, the Seattle Police Department says it is making changes and is working on rebuilding trust. A spokesman says the department is committed to improving its work to protect the peace and First Amendment rights. And to that end, SPD is going to be holding monthly town hall meetings throughout the city.
Yeah. Like Ursula taught us, the great philosopher Ursula taught us in the 9 o'clock hour, it's way more important to quit worrying about optics and worry more about outcomes. And in this case right here, when you have a department that treats different groups differently at some of these events, this is how you lose some of the trust. One of the words I used in the last hour, I also talked about consistency, right? The city of Seattle, we need consistent types of behavior for all parties. That way, in all public safety, everybody feels safe, especially centered around any type of protest, Ursula. So that way, different groups don't feel signaled out and you're not in this situation in the first place.
The thing that's so disappointing to me,
What's that?
G, and you and I are we've been, I don't say rallying for, but wanting SPD to do well, after they've had horrible leadership. It's like, and that's the thing. Yeah. After a decade under federal oversight and Seattle police were declared compliant, the whole system was rebuilt, policies were rewritten, officers were trained to fix these issues with use of excessive force or biased policing. You're supposed to have improved accountability. And then you get this report that says, well, we've got, how many was it? They identified 66 contributing factors and issued 24 recommendations to prevent repeat incidents. So it sounds like there's a lot more work that needs to be done.
Yeah. But hey, listen, SPD, we ain't giving up on y'all.
No,
a minor setback. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. We're gonna get through this. You're gonna learn. Sometimes when you know better, what you got to do.
I'm gonna guess though that the people who were on the receiving end of this are thinking this is not just a minor thing. It's like, no, you need to do better.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah, need to do a lot better. Yeah. Okay, here's the story that G brought to my attention. Because there's this guy who once called the Civil Rights Act an anti-white weapon. Same guy also labeled Juneteenth a racial hustle. And he wrote that Jews love to play the victim. And now this guy, whose name is Jeremy Carl, wants to represent the United States to the world. And he faced senators yesterday as he's trying to get this top State Department role overseeing U.S. relations with the United Nations and other international bodies. Again, basically his job would be to explain our country to other countries. Look up Jeremy Carl and look up some of his past quotes and things that he said in previous interviews. But this is how it went yesterday.
Tell me how you define white identity and what you think is being erased about white identity.
Certain types of Anglo-derived culture that comes from our history.
Like what?
Let me think about this. Senator, I would say if you were to look at the book by one of your former Senate colleagues, Born Fighting, about the sort of Scotch-Irish military culture and certain, pride that went with that, that would be one example. Obviously, you could have sub-elements of that culture. You could have Italians, you could have Irish, and those are in many ways more distinct.
You're worried about white culture. You're not worried about, you're now retreating to ethnic identity. You don't speak about ethnic identity. You speak about white identity. So tell me the values that stitch together white identity and that make it different than black identity.
I would say that the white church is very different than the black church in terms of its tone and style on average. Foodways could often be different.
And those
music could be different.
And those are being erased.
Music could be different. Well, if you look at the Super Bowl halftime show, which was not in English this year.
So our ability to access white churches or white food or white music is being erased?
I am concerned with the majority common American culture that we had for some time that through particularly mass immigration, I think has become much more balkanized, and I think that weakens us. And again, I'm not running away from that comment. I'm not apologizing for it.
Well, I'm way over my time. I think you're struggling to answer this question, right? Because underlying your beliefs is a sentiment that white culture is just simply better.
So I want to bring it back to you because it certainly caught your attention.
You know why it caught my attention? It's not that I'm surprised about it. I just wanted some of our amazing listeners to hear it. And there's some things that really stand out. One, when he talked about the black church, you ready for this? You know, the black church, they have a certain tone and style. Now, Ursula, we've been doing the show for 6 years. How many times you seen on the text line, well, it's just G's tone?
A few times.
Yeah, a few times. And speaking of, and he's talking about like basically he feels like there's this threat. And so the guy asked him like, well, wait a minute, are you concerned that you won't be able to find it in a white church or a white food groups? Like, what's this food groups you're talking about? And then, you know, I was thinking about the grocery store, Ursula. And still, do you know in 2026, hey, you guys, you know, you go down the aisle. By the way, I get lost all the times, and you know where the bread aisle is and the canned goods. And in the aisles, right now, this one says canned veggies and canned beans and soup and broth. And then there's a little sign that says ethnic foods. So in 2020,
I love that aisle.
In 2026, we get a little bitty aisle that says ethnic foods. But meanwhile, there is a huge threat to the rest of the world because how dare you have an aisle that says ethnic foods? They're trying to take over. So, and then in the ethnic food, you don't even get the whole aisle. You get like half the aisle and like a couple shelves. And so you get a little bit of that. And what's ethnic food? You get some salsa, you get some hot sauce, you get some soy sauce. You know what I mean? You get some ethnic food. You might get some foods that like some candy yams or something like that. But it's crazy. I just wanted people to hear it for themselves because they wouldn't believe me, Ursula.
I mean, that was just a tiny bit of what was brought up yesterday. And I'm just curious why that person, Jeremy Carl, was considered the best person to explain to other countries who America is. Here's a positive, though. Here's a positive.
Okay, what's your positive?
Because Senator John Curtis, a Republican from Utah, has now come out against his nomination to be Assistant Secretary of State for International Organizations after that hearing.
Yeah.
He was challenging the comments. So it sounds like, but Republicans have a 12-10 majority on the Foreign Relations Committee, but the nomination is at a standstill right now. So maybe the dude doesn't get the job.
And here's another reason why I really wanted to play this. I wanted to play this because here's the problem. The vast majority of people in our country, the vast majority of people that listen to this show, they think that dude's an idiot. The problem is we have idiots like that trying to represent what America is about.
Yes.
And that's what I wanted to point out. Because I'm not pointing this out by saying, see, this is how a lot of people think. I'm pointing it out by telling you a very small percentage of people think that way, think in an evil way, right? And I'm trying to highlight and show you that our country is way better than that. How do I know? Because I'm out in the community all the time. I spend my time doing that. I spend my 3 hours a day doing a show where I communicate with people all the time. This person and persons are a very small percentage. Unfortunately, they have a loud voice. Unfortunately, there have people that get paid a lot of money, not just in that situation, but I'm talking about you have those in the media that kind of agree with that kind of stuff, but they get paid a lot of money to continue with that hateful awfulness.
Yes. And I'm hoping that this white nationalist who thinks that white culture is being erased, I'm hoping that his nomination is stopped dead in its tracks.
Ian, I just want to make sure your white culture is not being erased anywhere in the stores or anything like that. You good?
God, no.
Okay.
Just we have a holiday for my white culture. It's called St. Patrick's Day. We're going nowhere.
You are on it, Ian. Oh my goodness. Okay.
So what about the ethnic food aisle?
I love that. I love that aisle.
The ethnic aisle.
I was probably spending way too much time on that aisle.
Look, hey, listen.
And I don't even cook.
Ursula, the crazy thing is in the ethnic food aisle, sometimes they had a Murray's grease.
It's growing.
They have the Dax. Yeah. They have some like, hey, you can get your do-rag right here, all next to your hot sauce. How in the hell are you getting do-rags next to the hot sauce in the ethnic food?
They should just rename it flavor. This is the aisle where you get flavor. Everything else is bland.
Oh, Lord. Okay, we're going to go back to... Okay, we're going to continue the fun because, we were talking about dating earlier.
Yeah.
Dating's not cheap. According to the 2026 Dating Economy Report, 41% of Gen Z and 43% of millennials are using buy now, pay later services to cover their dating costs. Do you blame them? I mean, basically, they are financing romance. So dinner dates, concert tickets, that weekend getaway, swipe now, split the payments later. Wait, I'm only laughing because of you, G.
I already know, G's.
You're about ready to fall off your seat.
Here's the thing. Sophia knows what I'm going to say. I don't even have to say it. Sophia can finish absolutely. She's in my head right now. She literally knows everything I'm going to say.
You've been there, done that. Okay, so don't be...
What do you mean? Back in my day, they didn't have that. They didn't have a firm.
We had
Klarna.
They didn't have pay now. You know what I'm saying? We just had bad credit. You know what I'm saying? But Sophia, what is it about? What am I going to say about this?
I mean, you're going to talk about how we're just taking too many walks. We're not working enough jobs, so we need to keep working.
That's it. Listen. Times are hard. Now I'm not being funny anymore, but this buy now, pay later is a real thing. There's a lot of people that are putting life on a firm and on Klarna and all those other different things.
Can you explain Klarna to me? Because I see people joking about it. Is it kind of like what we used to do, layaway?
Kind of like that.
Okay.
And what they do is they kind of give you an option, right? So look, let's say you got bad credit out there in the real world.
Yeah.
Well, the Klarna world is, okay, they're going to start you off like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You get $250, right? You can either pay, you can buy now, you get this paid back in a few weeks, 0 interest. You take X amount of time, 10% interest.
Then
it goes down. So then as you build your credit, now listen here, Ursula, I'm going to keep it all the way a buck with you. Your dude down in Kent, they had this, y'all got to help me out with this. There was a furniture place. This is like
the rental furniture.
No, not the rent to own. I ain't that crazy. I ain't that crazy. I did that a long time ago. That went bad.
I think I did it once.
Yeah, they was looking for their furniture from me. Anyway, no, not the rent to own. I think it's called Priceco down in Kent.
Oh, okay.
There was a Priceco, and so that was the first time that I had used like their whole thing. But here's the catch. I had 90 days to get it paid off.
Or they jack it up.
Mm-hmm. That was my first time like kind of establishing a little in-store credit and things. So I'm not saying anything against the buy now, pay later. I think it's great. I think it's a great opportunity to do that, especially when you have an opportunity to do something 0 interest. Giving you that opportunity.
I mean, but you talk about it all the time. It's like, do you want to just be miserable? As long as you can keep it under control.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes you got to take desperate measures and you keep it under control. But are you going to forego any kind of dating because you can't go beyond walking?
I think some of Lillian's gifts back in the day, early on, came from a firm, and then that's when the firm was just getting started. They gave your dog like $500. They gave me like $500. I got Lillian some gifts on a firm. Paid it back though.
Might have been a few years later.
Hey, I got it done. Ian, are you okay with buy now, pay later types?
Never.
Huh?
I'm not spending money I don't have. I don't have it, so I can't spend it. So I don't.
Smart. See,
Sophia.
smart.
I don't use it either. It's too dangerous of a game. I'm laughing because I have friends that I know someone that bought Coachella tickets that are like $800 Coachella tickets, but she was like, well, I'll use Klarna. And she had $40 in her bank account when she did it.
But wait a minute.
No.
Hold on, Sophia. You told me this week you supposed to go take that vacation.
Yeah, but credit cards are different.
All right.
Okay, Ian, wise man.
Thanks. In some cases, I wouldn't take that as a sweeping statement. Yeah.
Okay, go refresh. Coming up next, we're going to bring on a guest. Councilman Martin Moore. You guys heard about the Federal Way City Council that was ousted as the president after the conversation centered around the ICE protest. Well, there was a post. He's going to join us. We'll talk to him next. Gee Ursula.
This is what it's all about, right?
The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60.
The pure joy.
To beat the Patriots, especially in the 49ers stadium, it means everything.
It's a great time to be alive for Seattle fans.
It's why we're 12s.
Just like Mike McDonald said, we did not care.
We got a parade to get to.
Seattle will hold a victory parade Wednesday.
We are the home of your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
KIRO Newsradio.
Think switching to T-Mobile is a whole complicated thing? Nah, it's easy. You can do it almost anywhere in just 15 minutes.
Even poolside like Drewski, you can switch to T-Mobile and unlock savings that are built to last. With T-Mobile's Better Value Plan, you can save over $1,000 a year versus Verizon and AT&T. Save on streaming, satellite, and more benefits that they leave out.
Now I get all the VIP perks.
Start saving from day one, and for a limited time, get T-Mobile's Better Value Plan.
I know you love deals.
Plus, switch right now, and we'll even pay off your old phone up to $800. What do you think of all that, Drewski?
Stay chillin', just switch it. It's better over here.
Check the math at T-Mobile.com/better value. Savings versus comparable plans at AT&T and Verizon, plus the cost of optional benefits. Plan features and taxes and fees vary. With 3+ lines of Better Value Plan. 3+ new lines and 2 eligible ports, or 3+ lines and 5+ years on T-Mobile postpaid plan required. Qualifying credit required. Check out in 15 minutes or less per line. Get up to $800 per line via virtual prepaid card. Typically takes 15 days after rebate submission. Qualifying unlocked device credit service port in 90+ days with device and eligible carrier, and timely redemption required. No cash access and card expires in 6 months. Card issued by Sunrise Banks N.A. member FDIC.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
An organized home is a happy home and a happy homeowner. John Curley here. Closets by Design made me and my home happy. Experience the quality and backing of a national brand with friendly local Seattle service. From booking the appointment to a free in-home consult to installation day, Closets by Design will leave you wowed and clutter-free. Right now, get up to 40% off plus an additional 15% off and 18 months financing and free installation. Visit closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN to schedule today.
If your home is 20 years old or more, it might be time to have your roof inspected. Your roof is your home's first line of defense, and at Guardian Roofing, Gutters, and Insulation, we'll help it last as long as possible. Our trained and licensed crew will evaluate your roof, repairing when we can and offering replacement options only when necessary. Plus, every new install comes protected with a full year of free maintenance on us. Visit GuardianRoofing.com today.
This is Chris Davis with the Davis Law Group. Did you know that a pedestrian does not have to be crossing the street on a marked crosswalk to have a successful legal claim against the driver? Pedestrians can even be partially at fault for a collision and still have a valuable claim. Call us today for a free consultation or get my free book on pedestrian accident law at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com. That's Davis Law Group, better service and even better results.
It's the Super Smart Top Special at Olympic. Save on a new hot tub and get a free Smart Top cover worth $3,700. Super Smart Top special savings will make you feel, well, super. OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life.
Look around at the traffic around you for a second when you get into your car next time. Do you see all those Carter Subaru license plate frames? You know, that doesn't happen by accident. Carter Subaru is in a league of its own. We are repeat customers in our family. We drive an Outback and a Forester, both purchased at Carter Subaru, because they do something rare in car buying. They treat their customers like family. You don't feel any pressure. There's no nonsense. It's just a team that wants you to leave happy and come back again and again. They are also Seattle's only Subaru dealership with more than 700 vehicles in stock, the largest selection in our state. And right now you can get the 2026 Subaru Forester starting at 0.9% financing. Carter Subaru in Shoreline and Ballard, or anytime at cartersubaru.com.
On approved credit, subject to vehicle insurance and availability. A documentary service fee may be added to the sale price or capitalized cost. See dealer for details. Valid through 3/2/26.
Feeling cold? Your windows may be the issue. Choose Lake Washington Windows and Doors for 25% better energy efficiency and up to 30% energy bill savings. Visit lakewashingtonwindows.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Frank Lindsay. A driver's been arrested after police say they were going 102 miles an hour down I-5 South in the Fife area this morning. Troopers tried to stop that person. They lost control, crashed into another car, and then into the center median. A suspect taken into custody for DUI, reckless driving, eluding, and resisting arrest. All lanes were blocked southbound, but they have been reopened. Still quite a backup. We'll get more details on that in just a moment. Meanwhile, a woman was killed early this morning after being hit by a car along Highway 99 in Fife. Assistant Fife Police Chief David Claridge says the pedestrian was wearing dark clothing at the time.
The adult female pedestrian, was walking either in the lane of travel or near the lane of travel.
Well, the driver told investigators he did not see the woman. Police say he was not speeding and he was not impaired. Man in critical condition after a shootout with Seattle police in Ballard. Chief Sean Barnes says 3 officers exchanged gunfire with him around 5:40 last night near Northwest 62nd Street and 28th Avenue Northeast, which neighbors say is normally a pretty quiet area.
We approach every case the same, no matter where we're standing in the city of Seattle.
One officer was grazed in the leg, is expected to recover, however. Police had responded to a domestic violence call from a woman who said somebody was following her. The U.S. will send the world's largest aircraft carrier to the Middle East to back up another already there. A person familiar with the plans told the Associated Press today that putting more American firepower behind President Trump's efforts will hopefully, from the White House's perspective, get Iran to make a deal over its nuclear program. KIRO News Radio traffic now. Again, we had that situation southbound 5 near the Puyallup River Bridge. All lanes are open again after that 100-mile-an-hour crash, but still some delays in that area as you make your way from Federal Way down to Tacoma. At one point, the backup was about 4 miles and travel time about 49 minutes. Normally, that's a 10-minute drive, so this caused quite the mess. But again, all lanes open now, southbound 5 near the Puyallup River Bridge. KIRO News Radio weather. We're looking at rain throughout the afternoon, a high of 48 degrees. A few showers early Saturday morning, again 48 degrees, and partly to mostly cloudy skies on Sunday. Maybe some more showers, and again, highs in the upper 40s. Latest traffic report, by the way, was brought to you by Simply Seattle. We've got 45 degrees right now in downtown Seattle. I'm Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. We appreciate you joining us here on this Friday edition of our show. And what started as a student walkout over immigration enforcement has now turned into a political shakeup inside City Hall in Federal Way. The City Council has voted to remove its own council president, Martin Moore, from that leadership role. And as we reported earlier in the show, the decision comes after Moore posted on Facebook his support of students protesting reported ICE activity, saying he was proud of them for using their voices. And we wanted to hear from Mr. Moore himself, and he joins us live now on the Gee and Ursula Show. Good morning, Martin.
Good morning, Gee and Ursula. It's so good to be with you guys here.
Thank you so much for joining us. So our listeners are very clear. What is it that you actually posted? What was your intent, and what did you actually post on Facebook?
My intent was to let students know that I see them, I hear them and I know how scared they are with everything that's happening in our country. And it's trickling down here in South King County, Federal Way in some cases, potentially. And they're looking for leaders. They're saying, do you see me? Do you hear me? Do you hear my concerns? And my intent was to do that and to also let them know that I'm proud of them for getting away from their screens and their phones and actually advocating, using their voice. And it just made me so proud of them. And that was my intent, was to let them know that I see you, I hear you, and I'm proud of you.
Martin, was this about your conduct or about your politics?
You know, I mean, look, obviously, the conservative members on the council did not like the fact that I used my platform to say just that. And as the council president, I understand. I took accountability for it. I took it down because I understand it was not reflective of the city council. But the reality is that I also think there's also more to it. I think that, some of the council members, politics played into it. And I think some of the council members weaponized it. They looked for this opportunity and they created a very divisive moment for the council. And they're the ones that created the divisive moment in our community. When we should be coming together and supporting our students and immigrant populations and saying, we see you, not turn our backs and have a tone-deaf council. And right now, outside of Lydia Safadowson and outside of Les Sessions, are my colleagues, we have a tone-deaf council.
Mm-hmm.
So why was it so important for you? I think a lot of people don't understand that you yourself are an immigrant, and then also you are in education, right? So why was it so important for you to take a stand on this?
I think, first of all, Ursula, students are often not heard. And I think that was so important for me. And that's what got me into politics, Ursula. Because when I was 16 years old, going to Decatur High School in the Federal Way Public Schools, I got involved in politics because I wanted our elected officials to see us and hear us. And that's what I'm trying to do as a council member, is to do that with our students. And you're right. I was adopted from Bulgaria. I became a naturalized citizen. Federal Way is the place that taught me how to speak English, taught me what it's like to be loved by a family, taught me what it's like to go after your dreams. And those are the driving mechanisms. And the fact that ICE has been acting out with no guardrails, acting like the Gestapos in a lot of ways, is just not fundamentally right. And people with faith should be rocked by that, because that's just not right. And the fact that our kids are having to go to school being freaked out, is today going to be the day? What's going to happen tomorrow? They should be learning. And quite frankly, the fact that they went and used their voice, that is the best way you can possibly learn, in my opinion.
We're joined here by Councilman Martin Moore here on the Gee and Ursula Show. And Councilman, looking at, it's 100,000 roughly resides in Federal Way. 20% are Latinos. 32% are foreign born. What message do you think to the folks that wanted you ousted, to the folks that did not want you to be president of the council anymore, what message do you think that all of them, sent to the immigrant families and students of Federal Way?
Oh, my God, Gee, that's a fantastic question. And that's what I talked about in my statement, which is you're sending out the message of, if you speak out, we're going to shut you down. If you speak out and say something that we disagree with you, we're gonna take you down and weaponize that moment. And I think that's what the President of the United States has been doing. And I think that's what your conservative council members are doing. It's funny, Gee, because people have been saying that, I am too partisan and whatnot. And fact is, we've had 4 years of conservatives-led council. And the people that led this fight, let's just speak the truth, they are conservatives. They're conservatives, and I know where they stand on those issues. And the fact that they sent out a message that literally says we support ICE and we were not going to stand in the way, and that we're going to continue to be tone deaf, and we're not going to acknowledge your feelings. And I think that is absolutely asinine, if I had to be honest and true.
Now, I got to say this to you, Councilman. Now, I'll tell you what I said behind your back. This is what I said. I said, I agree with everything you did. I just wish you wouldn't have done it because of this reaction. And I know your council is supposed to be nonpartisan, but I know deep down, it's partisan. And when it's topics like this with ICE, if they have an opportunity, now we're like, hey, we're going to remove you as president in this situation. Now, I'm asking you right now, if you had to do it over again, how would you go about this?
Well, sure. I mean, like I said in my statement on Tuesday's retribution or attack on me, was, look, if I could do it differently, absolutely. I wish I would have put it on my personal page.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the fact that I did put it on my public page, man, you know what? I met with our students again yesterday, and they said thank you. Thank you. And I think the fact that they know that they have an advocate of Lydia Safa-Dawson, Les Sessions, and myself, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. But look, I try to be fair, and I understand what the issue was. I held myself accountable. Look, I mean, many politicians, elected officials will try and make up excuses. I didn't. I took it down, and I acknowledged it in my statement.
And again, it was on your council account, not your personal account, and so you acknowledged that part was wrong.
Absolutely. But the fact is, Linda Kochmar, a longtime Republican, along with Jack Walsh, a longtime Republican, and Melissa Hamilton, longtime Republicans, took it upon themselves to say, I got an opportunity. I'm going to take them down right now.
Yep.
Instead of actually talking to me about it and getting it addressed.
Okay, so now I want to make it also very clear to our listeners that you are still a council member.
Yes.
And so you were elected. So, but as the council president, you were elected to be council president by your fellow council members. So they do have the right to remove you as well, which is what they did. Would there have been another alternative that they could have done?
Well, exactly. And this is why I say it was retaliatory, it was weaponization, and it was totally partisanship playing. They like to say they didn't, and they'll tell you that they've talked to me about it, which is a flat out lie. Ursula, I just forgot your question. I'm getting so passionate about this.
Well, no, I understand. Like, was there an alternate? Like, could they have reprimanded you and not taken you off from that position?
Ursula, thank you, because that's exactly what I said in my statement. We could have handled this totally different. Councilmember Lydia Safa-Dawson's comments addressed that. That could have been addressed totally differently. But the reality is, Linda Kochmar was absolutely bitter that she lost her presidency in January to me, and she took it upon herself to come with an axe and say, I'm going to take him down. This is my opportunity. And that's not the best of politics. This is why people hate politics.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Hey, last one before you go. You got 30 seconds. Here we go. Councilman Moore, here's one thing. I have a question.
Yes.
Do you think that you are on the right side of history? And if so, why?
You know what? I would say the comments that I've gotten, which I'm so grateful for all the people that have reached out, they say I'm on the right side. I know I'm on the right side, and we're going to continue to advocate and with open ears and open mind for the people of Federal Way. And I'm so proud for the people of Federal Way for electing me with 72% of the vote this past November. I'm incredibly grateful.
Thanks, Councilman. Appreciate you for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you guys.
Hey, Ursula, have I ever told you this one the saying they used to always say? You want to know what it is?
What's that?
The truth never expires.
That's true.
Coming up next here on the Gee Ursula Show, scenarios.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details. Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed, plus free premium delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Where you buy your vehicle matters. At Subaru of Puyallup, it's about safety for every drive, confidence in every season, and a buying experience that is stress-free. It starts with friendly experts who listen and continues with stress-free pricing, an easy process, and a genuine care that lasts the life of your Subaru. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event through March 31st, enjoy extra savings. Subaru of Puyallup, part of the Harnish Auto family. Visit SubaruofPuyallup.com, your stress-free dealership.
When you walked through your kitchen this morning, what'd you see? Did it make you happy? Hi, I'm Chad Cicchini, owner of Heritage Homecraft. Well, I want to make you happy. We'll custom build you all new cabinet doors and drawer fronts, and using our exclusive 1/4-inch solid wood refacing process, transform your existing cabinets into a beautiful new kitchen. Add a custom quartz countertop, change things up a bit, add some more cabinets, install some cool new features like soft close drawers and sliding shelves, whatever you like. We'll help you to create the new kitchen you'll be proud of. All in about a week, and all with way less mess, hassle, time, and expense than the tear out. Stop waiting. For 18 years, we've been honored to serve thousands of happy customers, and we'd love to serve you. Call today and I'll get one of our pros to come out and show you how easy and comfortable it'll be to get going on your new kitchen. Heritage Homecraft, 425-485-1600, 425-485-1600, or heritagehomecraft.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Endless hours of research, seeking referrals, dozens of calls. Hiring the right attorney can be a challenging process during an already difficult time. J.P. Pendergast with Pendergast Law explains.
In Washington State, Tom, there are thousands of attorneys to choose from. Referrals and online research can be helpful, but discovering the right attorney requires a conversation. It can be hard to identify integrity and authenticity without that interaction.
So, what do you recommend?
We encourage anyone looking for personal injury representation to call for a free consultation with our team before making a decision simply based on referrals or online research. Accident victims need an attorney that listens, demonstrates honesty, and is genuinely understanding of their unique circumstances. The care, attention, and preparation that our firm provides throughout the case mirrors the effort involved when taking on the insurance companies.
Save time and avoid mistakes after an injury. Contact the caring and compassionate team at Pendergast Law.
If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident, call Pendergast Law. We can help.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 206-529-1111 or visit revivemenshealth.com.
Landlords, things are changing. New laws, higher costs, less flexibility. Selling without a tax plan can be a very unpleasant surprise. John Curley here. Madrona Financial is hosting free in-person landlord workshops to help you understand your rental performance and how to sell tax efficiently. Workshops are Tuesday the 17th at 3 p.m. at UW-Tacoma and Wednesday the 18th at 3 p.m. at Bellevue College. Seats are limited. Reserve at madronafinancial.com or call 833-673-7373.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show. Good morning. Ooh, what a show it has been. Ooh-wee. All right, let's get to scenarios.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
My boyfriend is still texting with his ex. He says his ex is just a friend today. They actually text a few times a week. He's open about it. He hasn't lied about it. I've actually met her one time. Yet they dated for about 4 years. Now, this is a simple question for you guys. Am I wrong for saying that this makes me uncomfortable, or am I being controlling? I just have to know because I am so torn on this thing. My boyfriend's open about his texting of his ex, but it still makes me uncomfortable. Your thoughts? 888-973-5476 is the Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line. Ursula, you up to bat first.
You are not wrong to feel uncomfortable. The relationship is between you two, not the three of you, unless you agreed to be a throuple, even if it's just a emotional throuple.
Hey, what the heck? Where did this go?
Ursula.
Well, he's keeping the ex. He's keeping the ex in there in the mix, and even though if it might not be physical, but he's texting. Why are you still texting your ex multiple times a week? You are still emotionally attached to that person. That's what I'm talking about. And that attention that he's given the ex is like hoping it might rekindle again in the future. Why? Put your focus on your new relationship, unless you're not that into her.
Right.
That's
Okay.
why. So no, you need to have the discussion. Yeah, he's being open, but is he being that open?
Mm-hmm.
He's being open, but how about you be open and say, I don't feel comfortable with it.
Right. Yeah.
Establish those boundaries.
The boundaries, Ursula, the boundaries.
Yes.
All right. Sophia, what you got?
First of all, I just have to say emotional throuple is a
Yes,
crazy
right?
thing to say. Yeah, no. I was thinking if it was like maybe a short-lived relationship where they were friends beforehand and they dated only for a little bit and you knew her, that's one thing. You know, if you have that relationship and you can be mature about it. If they dated for 4 years and you don't even know her and they're just talking all the time, that is a red flag. I have a conversation or run away because maybe he just really doesn't want to be in a relationship with you. He's just using you as a rebound.
Right.
He really wants to just get back with her. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I think you're right. Spot on.
You know, look, there's a lot of people that still, oh, yeah, my ex and I, we're still friends and we're good friends and we go out to lunch from time to time. And look, I'll admit, I just don't understand that because if you're an ex and you guys are still friends and you're still hanging out, why y'all ain't still together? Now, I'm not trying to say that you got to hate your ex. I'm not saying that. But I just don't understand. Like, in this situation, texting your ex 3-4 times for what?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I don't even want a happy Thanksgiving text. Don't do none of that. Good luck in your life. Good luck in my life. And we'll just keep it that way. You are an ex for a reason. You are an example. That's what X stands for. An example. You know what I'm saying? Like, quit with all this. And so right now, if you're listening right now, your significant other is constantly hanging out with her ex, that is a red flag.
That is a very red flag. Unless there is a situation where it could be okay. And because you know those relationships, especially, I mean, sometimes it's people who were married before and then now it's their ex. I know you're going to say they have kids, but I'm not going to even put the kids. No. Sometimes it's like, you know what? We didn't work out, but I really liked you as a friend. And you've moved on with another partner. They've moved on with another partner. And you still hang out. I've seen that happen.
I've seen that.
If you spent 4 years with someone, they know you really, really, really well. And if you're trying to kindle a new relationship, it might help to go back to that other person and be like, what worked out well for us the last time if I'm trying to do this right?
Exactly. And Ursula, you want to talk about things.
Wait. Did you just hear Ian? So he's saying he's giving the reasons why the exes are still talking on text message.
What Ian is saying is this is a prelude to what's about to happen. I've seen this before. You break up, you get with somebody else, y'all still texting, and then before you know it, oh, did you hear that Lily and Riley got back together? They got back together, get married again.
Yeah, because they never cut the ties.
Because they kept staying solid.
So what Ian is saying is maybe the guy is trying to get
what are you trying to
relationship advice?
Yeah, if it was an ex, it's an example, right? That was your quote?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's trying to use it as an example. It's a building block. He's building the next relationship off that foundation.
No, he's not. That dude is, I'm telling you. Okay.
He's building a building block.
Let me give
back to the old relationship.
Ursula, all right. You guys forced my hand. You forced my hand. I wasn't going to give a sweeping statement, but I have to give a sweeping statement. Ladies, if your man is still in with the exception of talking about the kids, because they might have kids together. With the exception of that, if your man is still texting with his ex, there is still a connection between those two. And I'm telling you, this is how men operate. I can't speak for women. I'm speaking about men. If they still connected with that, there is a connection. You need to chill out. Mess around. Happy Valentine's Day. And then all that connection always rekindles on the holidays. Though you better not be hitting me up on no holidays.
Okay, Jerry in the 206 sounds exasperated. He said, friends are friends. Then he texted in again. This is why marriage is dying. What, AI girlfriend next?
That's what I'm saying. Jerry, you're right. Stop with all these excuses to be in communication. And by the way, can we all admit that when Ursula talked about a throuple in the beginning, the whole segment almost went off the scale right there. Like, you want to talk about Fresh Fridays, Ursula bringing up thruples? Lord have mercy.
I specifically said an emotional throuple.
I don't think that makes it better.
I think that makes it worse.
Yeah, you don't want it. It generally does not work.
All right, we're going to get out of here on time. The 11 o'clock hour, 11 o'clock hour is going to be filled with Gee's news boss being closed, Ursula bringing up stories. We'll have agree to disagree. We'll do all that next. Gee and Ursula.
Seattle and the 12s throw a party or what?
They're thinking there could be up to 1 million 12s for this parade.
We're the best in the world! You hear me?
You know, me and so many others remember taking my kid to the parade 12 years ago. And now another generation gets to share that.
Home of your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
Hey, we not done. We coming back next year.
KIRO News Radio.
Hey, Brock Hewitt here with my buddy, Dr. Daniel Nelson from Eastside Pain and Regenerative Medicine. The stem cell therapy you did on my knee was a game changer. But Dr. Dan, people ask me all the time if you're seeing the same kind of success treating neck and back pain with stem cell therapy.
Great question, Brock. As you know from your experience, we've had tremendous success treating major joints like hips, knees, and shoulders, but we've also seen excellent results treating neck and lower back pain. In fact, we're the only clinic in the Seattle area offering image-guided stem cell and PRP injection therapy specifically for neck and low back pain.
How cool is that? If joint, neck, or back pain is holding you back, call Dr. Daniel Nelson at Eastside Pain and Regenerative Medicine and find out if stem cell therapy may be right for you. Dr. Dan here is the only doctor with over 30 years of experience in pain medicine techniques, including stem cell therapy. Call Dr. Daniel Nelson, MD, at 425-823-4000 or visit danielnelsonmd.com. That's 425-823-4000 or danielnelsonmd.com.
File with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. TurboTax helps you get your biggest refund, and then Credit Karma helps you do more with it. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-990-3434. That's 800-990-3434. 800-990-3434.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Hi, I'm Jen from Sky Nursery. If you're like me, you're itching to get out in the garden and get your hands in the soil. So check out Sky's full schedule of gardening events to help you get ready for spring. Learn about pruning fruit trees, tips for roses, a 2-day Wonders of Willow festival, hanging basket workshops, and more. Want to grow your own vegetables? I'll be sharing insights from 2 decades of veggie gardening in the Northwest. Anyone can do it. Learn more and get ready for spring at skynursery.com.
Why does it matter to members that Aetna was named a Best Medicare Advantage company by U.S. News & World Report? Because they chose a plan that gives them real support, real people, and real care. We show up on calls with members and doctors' offices when needed. We show up with access to convenient care options and coverage that fits everyday life. We don't show up for awards. We show up for you. And showing up for you is how healthier happens together.
We're the home of your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
KIRO FM and HD1 Tacoma, Seattle. This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Peter King. The House and Senate are set to start a 10-day break, but there's no agreement on new restrictions for ICE that would keep money flowing to DHS. Here's correspondent Nicole Killian.
The Department of Homeland Security is poised for a shutdown in light of this potential funding lapse because short of a vote here on Capitol Hill, there is no way to keep the agency open. And as of now, there are no 11th hour plans to hold a vote.
The president says a new report on consumer prices proves that his policies are working.
President Trump says the report shows what he already knew.
The numbers were surprising, except to me, they weren't surprising.
The president is referring to the Consumer Price Index. That key measure of inflation shows prices fell to a nearly 5-year low last month, led in part by a deceleration in apartment rental prices and lower gas prices. While price hikes are slowing, costs of food, gas, and apartment rentals are still around 25% higher than they were 5 years ago. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
Nearly 2 weeks after she was taken from her home, the FBI has increased its reward in the Nancy Guthrie case, and it's released a new description of the suspect seen on her doorbell camera. More from CBS's Andres Gutierrez in Tucson.
The FBI has updated their missing persons poster to reflect this description. The tips are right now being reviewed over at the FBI National Threat Operations Center, and agents out here on the ground are hitting those tips, and they're vetting them as soon as they get them.
A Brazilian au pair gets 10 years in prison for her part in a scheme to kill her boss's wife and another man in Virginia. That story from CBS's Michael Wallace.
Juliana Perez Malgalhais and Brendan Banfield were having an affair in 2023 when they plotted the murders. They lured a stranger to the house through a fetish website, hoping to pin the wife's murder on him, then kill them both. Ahead of her sentencing, Malgalhais pleaded for mercy.
God and I only know the shame and guilt.
The judge sentenced her to the maximum of 10 years, calling it the most serious manslaughter scenario her court had ever seen.
From the Pentagon, word that the U.S. military has moved thousands of Islamic State detainees from Syria to Iraq. We get more on that from CBS's Cammie McCormick.
The U.S. Central Command says the transfer included more than 5,700 adult male suspects from 61 countries. It happened in just 23 days in an effort to ease fears that fighting in Syria could trigger prison breaks. They had been held in prisons run by U.S.-backed Kurdish forces before Syrian forces drove them out. Many of the detainees will now stand trial in Iraq.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 174 points. The Nasdaq up 92. This is CBS News.
The stars shine brighter on CBS Mornings.
This is a slam dunk.
So cute.
Gail came in singing for me today.
On CBS Mornings.
Gunfire in Ballard leaves a Seattle police officer and a suspect hurt. More on that in just a moment. But first, KIRO News Radio traffic. Good news, all lanes open southbound 5 near the Port of Tacoma Road after that earlier crash. All lanes were blocked for about an hour down there. That caused quite a backup. It is thinning out now, but it is still going to take you about 25 minutes to get from Federal Way to Tacoma. Normally, it should take you about 10. Otherwise, no major incidents out there right now. This traffic report brought to you by Simply Seattle. Get your championship gear at Simply Seattle, your go-to shop for Seahawks gear with both licensed and custom designs you won't find anywhere else. Celebrate the title with jerseys, shirts, hoodies, hats, and collectibles. Use code ESPN15 for 15% off your order at simplyseattle.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Frank Lindsay. More on that crash now. Again, it had blocked all lanes of southbound 5 near Port of Tacoma Road for roughly an hour this morning. State Trooper Cameron Watts.
Trooper that observed a vehicle going 102 miles an hour. While that trooper was
overtaking that vehicle to try to stop it. That vehicle subsequently crashed out. It crashed into one other vehicle and then into the center median barrier.
After a struggle, the trooper was able to get that 30-year-old Tacoma man into custody, who was arrested for DUI and reckless driving. He and the trooper were not hurt, but the person in the other car did suffer minor injuries. A woman walking along Highway 99 in Fife was hit by a car and killed this morning. Police say the driver was not speeding and was not impaired. Seattle police shot a man who they say pulled a gun on them last night in Ballard. This man tells KIRO 7 he was shocked to hear shots in his normally quiet neighborhood.
It's crazy. It's like you never really seen anything like this in this area, so pretty surprising to hear, but I heard all the cop cars going by.
Just before 5:40 last night, police were sent to Northwest 62nd Street near the Ballard Community Center after a woman said she was being followed by a man she knew. When officers got there, they say he pulled a gun. That's when the shots were fired. The man was hit several times. He ended up in the hospital last night in critical condition. An officer was grazed by a bullet, and a bullet went through Adams Elementary School, one of the windows there, but nobody hurt at the school, and the officer is already out of the hospital. Your weather forecast now. Well, it's going to be a wet day. 58 degrees today on your Friday the 13th. Tomorrow, Valentine's Day, is going to start off cloudy. A few showers early in the day, but again, right around 48 degrees. We're going to stay in the upper 40s all weekend, in fact. Partly to mostly cloudy skies on Sunday. Slim chance of some showers, but otherwise a high of, again, 48 degrees. We get a little bit cooler on Monday. Overcast, more rain at times throughout the day, and only about 45 degrees. We're at 46 right now in Seattle. I'm Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO Newsradio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Fresh Fridays here on the Gee and Ursula Show. It's the 11 o'clock hour. The first 2 hours were good. Ursula tried to give us a little curveball at the 10 o'clock hour, but I just dodged and weaved and closed up News Boss. And we'll see what she has for us in the 11 o'clock hours. Good morning, Ursula.
Good morning. Guess what?
Huh?
I'm going to give you another curveball.
Okay.
Because I'm going to be you. And I'm going to let you lead this next segment.
Wait.
How's that?
Now, the people don't, they don't want me to lead the segment.
Yeah, they do. Okay, well, coming up at 11:30, of course, we're going to do Agree to Disagree, but we're calling an audible right now because we were going to talk a lot about housing, and maybe we'll just touch in a little bit, but yeah, let's touch on it. But I want to talk about some other fun topics like Valentine's Day, and I got to find out what you are planning to do because this is a big weekend.
And by the way,
one of your faves.
we chose not to talk about the Epstein files because
Yes,
like literally right now, all over social media, there's all types of people being caught with bribes and all kinds of stuff. It's
That's
nasty.
true. That is true. We were going to talk about the person who resigned.
A lady.
Yes.
Goldman Sachs.
Yes, because of her alleged relationships
with Jeffrey
and interactions. But we're going to move on.
Okay.
Top stories at 11.
On the Gee and Ursula Show.
Because there is brand new data that shows the U.S. housing market has slowed sharply to start the year. And this is according to CNBC. Existing home sales fell more than 8% in January. And so it is the slowest pace in more than 2 years. And I know that a lot of times, G, you will say, hey, I talked about this. And some people were thinking that I wasn't on top of it when it comes to the real estate market. But then it turns out this report comes out and it's like, okay, it kind of confirms what you've been saying. Even though there's been a slight easing in mortgage rates, sales have declined across all major regions when it comes to housing. And of course, affordability remains a challenge with the median home price in this country going up to nearly $400,000. So that is more than 2 years of annual price gains. But economists are saying we've got limited inventory. We've got people who are really cautious about buying right now, and they're continuing to just watch the market versus jump in head first.
It's nasty right now in Florida. Go ahead and look up Florida right now. It's nasty. People, house being on the market for 6+ months, year in advance. on the market, losing 25% on that. Even right here locally right now, you're not selling your house as fast as you once were, obviously because of the high interest rate, obviously because of the high price. Oh, and also don't forget about the layoffs that have been happening because the job market and people are a bit nervous right now to make that purchase. No, this isn't good news, and this can be a little bit concerning because one of the things that I said probably, I think it was about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, and the conversation was centered around if Gen Z should be sitting around waiting to try to buy that house, to which I said, as of right now, you need to go ahead and just start living, doing your thing, because I'm not trying to give all the advice out there, but things right now are different. I would say that people's home, your price and what it's worth, it was doing really well for so long. And right now, we're having a change in course of how the world is operating. And so that high price and value of that home, it might not increase the way that it once used to.
Well, and it's funny that you say that.
Yeah.
And as you guys know, I live in the city of Seattle, and for the longest time, we've been just seeing these humongous price increases, and for the longest time, I felt good about, we invested and we bought a while back, and then we finally, after 20 plus years, did a major remodel, which was way more than we thought we were going to pay for a remodel. Now I'm at the point as a homeowner thinking, is there a chance of us investing too much into this home? You know what I mean? Where what we've put into it, we're not going to get back. And it's been a long time since I've thought about that.
Yeah. And right now, Ursula, there's a lot of people that maybe you bought at the right time. You definitely bought when maybe the interest rates were good. Maybe you took advantage of the interest rate during COVID and you got a 2.5%, low 3% type interest rate. But now you're in that home right now. And let's just say you live in the Seattle area. If you were to hey, you know what? I want to upgrade. Where would you go? Right? Where would you go to buy somewhere?
Outskirts.
Outskirts. And then you would still go to buy something where a higher interest rate, right?
Exactly. I cannot repeat the interest rate that we got. So, that's not going to happen. Okay. I want to talk about, speaking of prices, we're talking tomorrow is Valentine's Day. And if you haven't purchased anything yet, if you're planning to shower your loved one with gifts, be prepared for some sticker shock.
Love may be priceless, but this year, treating your Valentine is far from it. Over the past 5 years, prices for Valentine's classics have jumped more than 20%, including jewelry, dining out, cards, gift wrapping, and flowers. Chocolate prices have spiked more than 70%.
Okay, CBS's Jolene Kent says the average consumer is going to spend about $200 on Valentine's Day. I know I see you smiling, which is an all-time high and up from $188 last year. Flowers, be prepared to get fewer flowers and pay more because about 80% of all cut flowers sold in the U.S. are imported, and they are subject to, higher U.S. levies. Also, remember packaging materials like vases and wrapping and ribbons. Most of that comes from China.
Yeah.
So you're going to be paying a lot more. My question for you is, does this match what you're talking about?
Yeah,
the average $200 for a...
Yeah, it matches because this morning I was listening to America's First News with Gordon Deal, which is my show I listen to at 4 a.m. And this morning they were on there talking about how lately there has been a lot of breakups before this Valentine's.
Because people are broke?
Come on,
and they don't want to have to spend the money?
I don't know why, but usually the breakups happen. If you're listening right now, have you ever been broken up with right before Valentine's Day?
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? Like it happens that way. And here we are today. Everything's expensive. Now, that 200, Ursula, that was United States, right?
Yes.
This Seattle, y'all, y'all know is even higher than that. $200, that's flowers. What if you have one of those expensive situations, some flowers, and if you want some chocolate, and then you got to go to dinner. Some of y'all got to go to dinner tomorrow night. How much is that dinner gonna be?
Where are you going? What are you doing?
Oh, I'm glad. You know what? I'm glad you asked. Like Sophia says. Listen. Tomorrow, we're going in the afternoon time, and we're going to go get some Korean barbecue, right? And that way, this is a food that we like. Let's be real. some of you guys are gonna go out tomorrow night. The service is gonna be slow. There's gonna be packed. The food isn't gonna be good because they're trying to hurry up and get it cooked. Be smart. Go to your favorite. And by the way, your favorite restaurant isn't the fancy restaurant. Go to your favorite spot in the afternoon, and then that way you can under-promise and over-deliver, and you can be ready for the rest of Saturday. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
Gee, what do you think about...
Because some of y'all go too late, and then by the time you get home, you full and you go to sleep.
What was that, Ian?
What about this move? I'm taking my girl out next week.
See,
so I don't,
you're smart. Again.
I'm going to buy all the stuff on Sunday once everything is
with that.
a little cheaper. Well, she lives out of town, so she's not going to be here this weekend. She's coming in from Portland next week.
Oh, you in a long-distance relationship?
Yeah.
Where's she? I mean, how far away?
Portland. Not like really far.
Is she coming here or you going there?
She's coming here.
She's coming here and you going there. How come she's not coming this weekend?
Because I got a rugby thing. She's got to work. Like doesn't quite work out.
Ian, I'm going to answer as the mom in the group here.
Some red flags going on.
No. I think that you're being wise. I think that if both of you agreed and you're going to do all these special things, because that is actually what the experts are suggesting. That you hold off and don't go to the dinner on Valentine's Day. You don't buy everything on the day of, or wait until, I know. Would you be okay if someone said, I'm giving you some chocolate and flowers, but it's going to be after Valentine's Day because it's 50% off?
Ursula, the thing is people got to find out. Hold on. I ain't done with Ian. Ian, is this y'all first Valentine's Day?
It is.
So let me, whoa. Time out. So you get this straight. This is y'all first Valentine's, and she got something to do. You got something to do this first weekend, but y'all gonna do it next weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll leave that alone. Back to the regular topic. I'll leave that alone, Ian. I'll let it go.
Is a troublemaker.
I am a troublemaker.
They both agreed to it.
Okay, fine. Awesome. First Valentine's Day. Awesome.
Well, I mean, look at you. Excuse me. But you're taking your wife to a Korean barbecue, which you guys do all the time. You're doing it in the afternoon, so you don't have to do any prime time.
Because I want to make sure. Listen, here's the thing. I know my wife.
Oh.
She is easy peasy. She don't want no
that's
roses.
What you assume.
She don't want no. She wants food. See, that's the thing. Some people want roses. Some people want food. Some people want peace and quiet. Well, in your case, perfume.
Yeah, he knows exactly what.
My wife, she wants some food. That's her love language.
Yes.
Feed her. As a matter of fact, since we've been together, I ain't never said, hey, you hungry? She said, oh, no, I'm not hungry. That lady is hungry all the time. I don't know how.
Isn't that refreshing, though? Isn't that refreshing?
She's about 5'2", 120 pounds, and hungry all the time.
Do you know what's funny? I'm going to a Korean place, too, tomorrow night.
You are?
We're going to Revel. Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
So we've actually found a place that could take our reservation, which is really cool.
Ian, they told me, everybody telling me to leave you alone.
Yes, exactly. Be kind.
I did.
She knows I'm poor anyway. Like, she already knows that I can't afford to, throw a whole bunch of money at her. So
He just said he doesn't use Klarna. Like, come on now.
He's being responsible, which, if I were in the dating world, I would find that very attractive. I would find that hey, he's thinking about the future. He's still going to treat me right. And we're going to go out together and, I'm going to treat him right. But we're not going to be foolish. Great.
Where y'all going next week?
I'm going to take her to do a pottery painting thing. She likes doing stuff.
You won.
Oh, Ian going to do pottery. Now, I'm going to tell you right now. If I go home and tell my wife, hey, babe, we're going to do a pottery thing, she's going to be like, what'd you do? They do no damn pottery.
But if you tell her you got her a new watch, she'd buy, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, she but I'd say, honestly, she likes food more than anything.
Yeah, no, that's great. Okay. Well, earlier in the show, we were talking about top three. What are the three things that you are looking for in a relationship?
Yeah.
Because remember, we talked to Dr. Pepper Schwartz. If you missed our conversation,
she was awesome.
She was fantastic. She is, they call her a sex expert, relationship expert, sociologist.
She kept trying to bring in some of that sex talk.
Oh, no.
And I was like,
what she said? I know you were uncomfortable. But you know what was so funny?
Yeah.
She said that people are more willing to talk about sex
than money.
Than money.
That was interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we asked all of you to weigh in with your relationship top 3. Roger in University Place says, my top 3, honesty, work ethic, and compassion. Those are great. He says, I'm a big believer in building a better country from within. Service within our community, in my opinion, is a vital part of building a good foundation for a strong country. Oh, Paul and Enumclaw, keeping it real. My 3 things, good soul, good heart, great sex. He says, sorry for being honest. Now, G wouldn't have read that. Curtis and
I wouldn't have read that on the air, no. Only
Curtis in Auburn says she has to be ambitious, kind-hearted, and have a cute laugh. I'm always clowning, and I can't do an annoying laugh for my life. Curtis, you and I would have not been compatible because my laugh is outrageous.
Yeah.
But I would at least laugh.
Yeah. You know who we didn't hear from on Valentine's ideas? Sophia, what's your thoughts on advice for Valentine's Day?
My advice? Yeah. Like, who am I giving advice to in this situation?
Anybody.
What makes a good Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I do think, the effort is really important. So I will share a story about, I think I was telling you, Ursula, my roommate just started seeing someone. And I wasn't sure about the guy at first because I was like, I don't know. He's like taking my girl, my single girl in crime. Right. But on like their 3rd date, he was coming over to make dinner. We were like, oh, he's coming over for dinner. And he made all of us dinner. And for me, I was winning immediately.
Come on, dog. That's illegal.
Come home.
That's so good.
That's so good.
That is so good.
I mean, think about it. You come over and the girlfriends and you cook for everybody. That's a damn Lifetime movie.
Didn't he even go beyond that, though?
Yeah. Well, so then he was over a couple days later. I come home and I'm like, we had all these dishes in the sink. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, who did the dishes? And they were like, he did. He did the dishes before he left. I said, he did our dishes?
You know what?
All of our dishes?
You know what? I've seen this movie before. Mm-hmm. I've seen this movie before. Mm-hmm. How many of y'all live there?
There's 4 of us.
There's 4 of them. And so he's dating one of y'all, right? I've seen this movie before. Ian, you know where this is going. He's coming
exactly
over
where
cooking,
it's going.
Get everybody excited. He gonna end up being with somebody else.
No, I don't think so. I don't think
He's trying to take down the whole house.
Well, no, I really don't think so. Like, genuinely, I gotta say, because I'm very particular, he's like genuinely a good guy.
Yes.
He's super interested in her. He's taking her skiing this weekend.
So let me get this straight. He went from, you don't know about him, he cooked the damn meal, washed some dishes, and all of a sudden, y'all like, we like this guy.
Yeah, house boyfriend. We'll take him.
Ursula, I've seen this movie. It's been a Lifetime movie or a Hallmark. He's going to end up being there, and one of the 3 is going to end up falling in love with him.
No. The other 3 are going to look at this and say, you know what? We support you.
That's not how life works.
No, this is how life works. They're going to be supportive friends. He knew that to make an impression on her, he also needs to get past the roommates. And right now, it sounds like
this dude came over. How come
to be fair, he didn't know what he was walking into.
Yeah, he did.
And he didn't. He was going over, and then my roommate was like, "Oh, you're making me dinner. You should make food for my roommates too." And he said, "Oh, okay, I'll make more." He was very shy. I was putting him in his place and teasing him the entire night.
Oh, you're teasing him, huh?
Oh, that's what my job is to
teasing.
Okay, gee, don't.
That's the wrong choice of words. I did that earlier. You got to pick your words right.
You're having me. No. Gee, that's not what I mean.
Ryan in the 360 is calling G out.
Dude,
he said, "G, you're very opinionated today.
I literally get paid to give my opinion.
Negative Nancy on everybody's relationship."
Listen. I don't listen. Ryan in the 360. I literally don't even read his text anymore. I get paid. I get paid to give an opinion. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm getting back to it. I'm telling you, this dude went over there. He knew what he was doing. He's cooking. He's having dishes.
He didn't even know who we were. He didn't even know what we looked like. He knew nothing about us.
Well, didn't he ask what your dietary restrictions were?
Well, no. My roommate, again, unbeknownst to me, I didn't tell her to do this. She was like, you're going to make this food. You're going to also make something vegetarian for my roommate, Sophia, as well. And he just came in and
he made a separate dish for you?
I never met the man, G, okay? He's not interested in me. Okay, I promise.
But you start teasing him.
Well, I'm getting him comfortable in the vibe of our house because I am, as you know, I mess with people. You got to be funny. You got to keep up. You got to keep up with our rhythm.
Far, he's passing.
And my point bringing this up, which now I regret it. Thank you, G. My point of bringing this up is I was kind of losing faith in a lot of guys, and I just think the way he's been handling the dating with my roommate has been very good.
Yes.
And my roommates happen to be listening right now, and they never listen to the show, and they're tuning in right now, and I'm worried about what they're going to say.
Off the air, Sophia, you have also told me that you were extremely impressed, and I think it sets the bar.
Well, to the roommates listening, I said what I said. Now, I know y'all might be mad at me and like, I cannot believe that G said it. I'm just saying things that people are thinking from time to time, and this has happened in the movies. In the movies, he comes over, he makes the food, and there's one of the friends that's like, he makes a great meal. What if he made something special for me?
See, now they're all going to be acting suspicious.
I'm on his side.
No,
Yeah.
one of my roommates is a lesbian. Like, we're fine.
Oh, Lord. Okay. G's done with this topic.
Yes,
Get out of here, G. Get out of here.
Coming up next, Agree to Disagree. Gee and Ursula.
I know the paint's barely dry on the new Super Bowl champ Seahawks gear, but can you believe Mariners pitchers and catchers have already reported and spring training is underway?
Holy catfish, that was fast.
They know they have a chance to win the whole thing.
Look who we have in studio.
Baseball royalty.
Rick Riz.
Congratulations, it's Seahawks. Now it's our time to go win a World Series.
Follow how the 2026 Mariners come together at mynorthwest.com.
Where you buy your vehicle matters. At Subaru of Puyallup, it's about safety for every drive, confidence in every season, and a buying experience that is stress-free. It starts with friendly experts who listen and continues with stress-free pricing, an easy process, and a genuine care that lasts the life of your Subaru. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event through March 31st, enjoy extra savings. Subaru of Puyallup, part of the Harnish Auto family. Visit SubaruofPuyallup.com, your stress-free dealership.
Your old furnace ain't nice, and your toes are like ice.
DayandNight.net.
Save $1,700 when you have Day and Night match your current furnace with a qualifying AC or heat pump.
Your furnace is lonely all by itself, but it doesn't have to be. With our Matchmaker Special, we'll match your furnace with a perfect air conditioner or heat pump to keep your furnace company and your home comfy all year round.
Match your furnace to a qualifying cooling system and save $1,700.
DayandNight.net.
The stock market was on fire in 2025 due to AI and tech stocks. Now is the time to set a strategy for 2026. It's a good opportunity to lock in those gains and invest into a stable platform. With $8 trillion in cash sitting on the sidelines, investors are either scared or unsure where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Rurecka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares the profits with our investors. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital. Invest into our Northwest Fund, which is currently delivering 9% on a fixed rate term. It's our flagship fund for 19 years with zero investor losses. And yes, we do accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at LegacyG.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at LegacyG.com.
It's clogged again.
Your drain?
Just had it cleared.
You didn't call Apollo Plumbing.
How can you tell?
Because your drain's clogged again.
So frustrating.
We can clear that drain.
That's what the last guy said.
We'll clear it, guaranteed.
He said that too.
Apollo Plumbing will clear your drain, or it's free.
Wait, what?
Apollo Plumbing clears your drain.
Or it's free?
Yep.
What's the catch?
No catch.
Fine print?
Apollo Plumbing clears your main drain for $83.
$83, or it's free?
And we'll even give you a camera inspection.
Because?
It's the best way to find what's causing your clog.
But that's extra.
Nope. Included.
No extra charge?
Not 1 cent.
$83, or it's free.
All it takes is an accessible outside cleanout.
And an Apollo plumber.
No clog is safe from Apollo Plumbing.
And just like that, my main drain is...
draining again.
How can you...
Apollo plumbers are that good.
$83, or it's free.
You call, we come.
My drain's draining again.
Guaranteed.
$83, or it's free.
As it should be.
Apollo Plumbing.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit revivemenshealth.com.
Eric Johnson here. I spent the past 30 years working to help make our community better informed, better protected when it comes to consumer issues, and better equipped to take on whatever life throws at us. That's why I love the free Washington Accident book series from Davis Law Group. These books keep us better informed about the law, better able to protect ourselves on and off the road, and better off when all is said and done after an accident. Chris Davis didn't have to write these books. He did it because he saw a need. People who were in accidents or other legal situations didn't know what to do, what pictures to take, documents to request. Only a tiny fraction of the people who get these free books will ever become clients of Davis Law Group, but that's not the point. Chris wrote them because it was the right thing to do. The free Washington Accident book series is a must-have for drivers who want to be prepared for whatever the road might throw at them. Get yours at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
They sang with him. They played with him. Now they pay tribute to him. Martha Hyde's Funky Divas and Fred Wesley's new JB Horns, a James Brown tribute by those who made the music at Jazz Alley, February 19th through 22nd, jazzalley.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Frank Lindsay. Police shooting in Ballard left a man critically injured and one officer with minor injuries last night. Seattle police say the man pulled a gun on them as they responded to a harassment call along Northwest 62nd Street. Officers returned fire. Seattle Police Chief Sean Barnes spoke with KIRO 7.
No matter where we're standing in this city, whether we're by a school or someone's home or by a business, violence against our community is never okay.
The officer who was hurt was grazed by a bullet and is already out of the hospital. Guilty of second-degree assault and hate crime. Those were the verdicts in the trial of 39-year-old Andre Carlo. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch was in the courtroom for the verdict.
It took the jury of 6 men and 6 women less than 4 hours to arrive at their verdicts. Most jurors didn't want to talk about the case, but juror number 3 did. He says it was the totality of the state's case, the victim's testimony, and that of witnesses that led to the verdicts.
Andy Hope-Kettle's own account was compelling. The other people, at every point, there was someone else who had witnessed or heard the same kind of things, and so cumulatively it was convincing.
Carlo faces 5 to 7 years in prison when sentenced later this year. At the King County Courthouse in Seattle, James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
Sound Transit set a ridership record during the Seahawks victory parade on Wednesday. More than 200,000 passengers packed the trains. Meanwhile, light rail riders are about to have a lot more train service. Starting tomorrow, Sound Transit will enter the final testing phase before the 2 lines Cross-Lake connection opens on March 28th. On Wall Street this hour, the Dow up 164 points, NASDAQ's up 72, and the S&P is up 32 points. KIRO News Radio traffic now. We check in with Nate Connors.
Hey, thanks, Frank. This report brought to us by Seattle Sports. Only a few minor backups on the map. Let's start down South Lakewood, westbound 512. It's packed from Pacific Avenue over to I-5. That's a 2-mile backup. This must be from an earlier issue because I'm not seeing any blocking problems here. And then if you're traveling south to JBLM, you've got 2 miles of stop-and-go traffic near the main gate. Tacoma to Olympia, 40 minutes. Here in Seattle, North 5 at Denny Way, we've got a new collision blocking 2 left lanes. Just past that, of course, our Revive I-5 backup approaching the Ship Canal Bridge. South 5, you're crowded from Northgate to the Ship Canal Bridge. Linwood to Seattle plan on 20 minutes. And westbound 90, right at the entrance at the Mount Baker Tunnel, a new crash blocks 2 right lanes. You can always listen to your favorite local sports content on the FM dial on 97.3 HD2. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Yeah, we're looking for showers the rest of the afternoon. A high of 48 degrees today. Cloudy, few showers early tomorrow. 48 once again. Partly to mostly cloudy skies on Sunday. A slight chance of showers. Again, right around 48 degrees. Only 45 on Monday. More showers in the forecast. We've got 46 degrees right now in downtown Seattle. I'm Frank Lindsay. KIRO News Radio.
your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO Newsradio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. I think this Fresh Friday has been especially fresh because, man, I have not laughed so hard in such a long time. And then we get this text message during the break, 253, first text message ever. This person says, I never text because I'm working. Been around, though, since y'all started. I turn off the radio on Gee many times. But he is right about the roommate, Lifetime Hallmark movie stuff.
Wait a minute. Hey, wait. I just want to ask, do some of y'all really turn the radio off on me? I get you going so much, you turn it off.
But then they come back. And that's the important thing.
That's crazy.
Every once in a while, I'll be like, okay, bye, G.
Ian,
or bye, Ursula.
Ian, you ever turn me off, too?
I don't listen to the radio, G.
Oh, yes, right.
Oh, whoops.
I forgot your generation, don't.
Isn't that the truth? Oh, hey, we're getting more and more of the generation.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
thank
right.
you. Agree to Disagree, brought to you by Guardian Roofing and Gutters.
So we're not going to do traditional agree to disagree today.
Okay.
In lieu of the holiday,
Okay.
I decided I was going to throw a little twist at you guys. And do you recognize what this music is from?
Was it like dating game?
Love Connection, 2 and 2.
This is from the Newlywed Game in the 80s. And I figured, with Valentine's Day, we all talk about romantic love, but platonic love is a big thing. And in many ways, y'all are in a work relationship and you know a lot about one another. And so I have a list of questions that I'm going to ask.
Just so we're clear, I'm going to say it right now. Ursula wins this game.
I don't know.
already.
Don't put the pressure on me. Sophia, we don't even know what she's going to ask. She gave us a pen and paper. Okay, we're ready.
I have some wild card ones. So what I want you to do is I want you to write down what your answer would be, and then you're going to say what you think the other person would say, and we're going to go back and forth, okay?
Okay.
So the first question is, what actor or actress, dead or alive, would they want to play them in a movie? So write down what you would say for yourself, and then once you're done, you can answer for the other person.
Wait. What I'm answering? I'm answering what Ursula would
actress,
say.
Yeah, what actress would Ursula want to play in a movie? Would want to play her in a movie?
Oh, okay. Okay, here we go.
Oh, my. I okay. And then about G.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm losing on this one. Okay.
Sure, there's a lot of people that
okay.
admitted
Let's do it real quick.
Okay, Ursula, you're up to bat first. What is your answer for what actor would G want to play him?
I said Denzel Washington. Chris Rock?
Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson.
Of course.
Mine?
Yes.
Jennifer Aniston.
Close. I said J-Lo.
Oh, there we go.
I was trying to go with,
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston's not going to look like me.
Okay, well, that's...
Hey, she just dye her hair. She's got the long hair like you. That's
true. Okay.
What's got?
If you were at a party, what drink is in their hand?
Oh, Ursula?
Yeah, what drink is in Ursula's hand?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, in Ursula's hand, she's got either a Diet Coke or a Dr. Pepper.
So close. I give you. It's Diet Barks.
Diet Barks? Okay.
Yeah.
What do I got in my hand?
I said water.
Sparkling water.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Okay,
That's
that's
good.
agua
Yes, that's
frescante.
good.
Okay,
Yep.
okay. I think on that one, we're going to give the point. We'll give the point to G on that one.
Oh, well, thanks. I'll take it.
Because I didn't say sparkling.
Hey, we got to
Wait a
get
minute.
specific here.
Okay.
We got to get specific.
Thanks, Sophia.
Okay.
Okay. Now, we always talk about favorites and least favorites, but you're very passionate. So I
Yes.
want you to say, what is the other person's least favorite food? What do they really hate?
Oh, Ursula doesn't hate anything. I'm the only one that has some extreme stuff. Let's see. What is
This
Ursula?
is true.
What does Ursula not like?
Okay, I know there's something I definitely don't like. I've said it on the show before.
Dang it.
It's more like a condiment.
All right. I say deviled eggs.
No.
Dang it. What did you say before?
I said, okay, so for me, ketchup. I do not.
That's right.
Ketchup ruins it for me.
That's right.
I can't do ketchup.
What's mine, Ursula?
I said, you don't like carbs right now.
Olives.
Olives.
Green olives.
We're doing horribly.
To be fair, Ursula wasn't here the other day for the big olive conversation.
That's right.
She wasn't here for that.
That's right.
But you know, this is about learning because even after 6 years, there's still more to learn about each other.
That's true. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Karaoke song. What would be their go-to karaoke song?
G doesn't do karaoke.
Yeah.
That's the answer.
Yeah.
And Bye Bye Love for me and Mark.
Ursula would be some Earth, Wind, and Fire song.
That's true.
I need to win that one.
Yes, okay. Yeah, he got it.
Get that. Okay. If you had this one, you can take a little bit more time for. If you had to write a slogan for the other person, what would it be?
Oh, Ursula's going to win this one. All right, let's see.
Okay.
Here. Let's see here. Okay,
so
wait.
mine is...
Don't, hold on. Hold on, here we go. All right, Ursula, go ahead and say mine.
Okay, let's keep it a buck. How you do anything is how you do everything.
Yeah, that's good. Ursula wins this one. And then what would I say, Ursula? Here's a slogan.
1,000%.
To be fair to both sides.
To be fair. Yeah, this is true.
Okay, and the last one for the winning prize. Who's going to take the win?
Okay.
What is the other person's biggest pet peeve? What would they say is their biggest annoyance?
Oh, this is easy.
Yes. I think we're the same.
Wrong facts when it comes to news.
That's good.
I mean,
that's really good.
What would you have said, Ursula?
Basic lack of human decency.
Yeah.
That's for you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think the drum roll, the winner goes to...
Ursula wins that.
No, Ian, you have the deciding vote. Who's the winning of this? You've been keeping track right there, back there. I know you have.
I was for sure keeping score. We'll give it to Ursula.
Wait, before we
Ian, thank you.
Hey, before we get out of here, I'm going to tell you what's been on my mind the entire time.
Uh-huh. The roommate situation.
Nah, the amount of people that say, yeah, I be turning G off on radio.
What?
Brian in Arlington says, I've turned you off, G. I keep coming back, though.
253 says, I turn the radio off on G.
All the time.
All the time. Kind of like flavors rotating at Menchie's. Nope, not feeling that flavor.
253 said, another one comes in, member of the Turn Off G Club. Hey, y'all, listen, man. Ladies, y'all can't be turning me off. Look.
But you're going to bring it back on. Because you're going to find something that you like.
Because here's the thing. You would definitely turn the G Scott off if I was, because they don't like it when I'm just like flat, and then Ursula's like, G, are you okay today? When I'm just flat, and I'm just like, okay, yeah.
I think I get you all riled up.
No, not at all, Ursula. All right, coming up next, text messages, feedback, and then we'll have Ursula's words to live by. Gee Ursula.
This President's Day, Pure Talk is honoring Jackson and Lincoln by offering unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month. Meanwhile, Big Wireless is honoring Benjamin Franklin by charging families hundreds of dollars for the same 5G service. What's up with that? Ben Franklin wasn't even a president. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be in business with an American wireless company that supports our vets in a big way and keeps all their customer service in this country. That's important. And you'll be on the same towers the big carriers use, so you'll get the same 5G service without the inflated price. So hang on to your Benjamins and switch to Pure Talk for a Jackson and a Lincoln. No contract, no hidden fees. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll get 50% off your first month when you switch. That's pound 250, Mike Rowe, for an American wireless company that is truly unprecedented. Pure Talk.
That's another amazing run by Team USA.
Mom, think I'll be on Team USA one day?
Well, I'll take this one.
What? Are you speaking to us?
Yes, and to answer your question, anything's possible, especially with Xfinity.
So, I can be the best snowboarder ever?
Well, I can't guarantee that, but Xfinity can guarantee that your internet price won't change for 5 years.
Okay. What if I practice every day?
Then maybe you'll be snowboarding for Team USA at the next Olympic Winter Games. And Mom, you'll still be paying the same price for Wi-Fi.
Ooh, really stuck the landing there.
It's the Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. That's a $10.99 value per month. Xfinity. Imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Actual speeds vary.
You're next to order. Please pull forward.
You know, Josh, when you said you were springing for lunch, I didn't think you meant drive-through fast food.
Come on, man. Money's been tight lately, and these high gas prices are killing me.
You pay full price at the pump? Get your head out of the sand and start using Upside.
What's Upside?
Come on, dude. Upside is the free app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it every time I fill up my tank.
Does that really add up?
I've already banked around $200.
That's serious cash.
Hi, can I take your order?
Yeah, I'm ordering the free Upside app to start earning cash back on every gallon of gas I buy.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ORDER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ORDER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ORDER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hi, I'm Justin Shirley. We offer 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 24 months on new roofs. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF now. State Roofing and Exteriors. Held to a higher standard since 1968.
You know the one question that guys hate to have asked of them by their wives, Nick?
I can take a good guess.
I know you know 100 of them. This is the worst one. Do these jeans make my butt look big?
Whoa.
Can't answer that one, right? What I've noticed is whenever you ask me questions like that, I just simply say, I don't know. What did the doctors at Longevity Medical Clinic say?
Well, the doctors at Longevity Medical Clinic would tell me that my butt looks great in those jeans now that my hormones are balanced.
What'd they do? Did they give you something to bring your weight down?
No, just a result of having my hormones balanced caused me to lose weight. Who would have known? I had no idea that would be a result of it.
So that's good. So the answer is you look great. You're beautiful.
I feel great. I look great.
Yeah.
And I know it.
I've also noticed that your testosterone makes you a little feistier than you normally are as my beautiful Greek wife.
I might be small, but I have a loud bark.
Yes, you do. Do what Nick and I have done. Take a free health analysis at longevitymedicalclinic.com.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it today at carsforkids.org. Your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call 1-877-CARS4KIDS to donate your car today. That's cars with a K.
Eric Johnson here. I covered a lot of accidents over the past 30 years or so, but I never got to say much about what to do after a crash. Be honest, do you know what evidence to collect, what pictures to take, what documents to request, or what you shouldn't say to your insurance company? The Washington Accident Book Series is a must-have for drivers who want to be prepared for whatever the roads throw at them. Know your rights and how to avoid common mistakes after an accident by getting your free copy at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
It's Gee and Ursula. There's a lot of you text messages coming in, and I just want you guys to know whether you turn it off or turn it on. We're grateful for all of you hanging out. We're just having fun. It's taken 6 years for us to get to this point where, you know what? I've learned a lot doing this show. You guys have taught me. Ursula taught me. Ryan in the 360. I just want you to know I'm going to give you a hard time, bruh. And quit. You don't have to take blood pressure pills when you listen to me, just so you know.
Well, and you know what he said?
What did he say?
He said, I've never and will never turn the radio off, even when you say you won't read my text anymore. LOL. We appreciate you.
Right.
Well, on that topic, Brian from Arlington also says, I've turned you off, G, but I keep coming back, though. I like hearing your take on things. It's always exciting, if nothing else. I never know what's going to come out of your mouth. I like people like that. Hey, Brian, I never know what's going to come out of his mouth either. 6 years later.
Yeah, no doubt. You know News Boss ain't open for me.
Yes, okay. So let me continue. All
right.
Remember you talked about the scenarios where the guy was still talking with his ex, texting with his ex multiple times a week? He said it was like after their 4-year relationship and the woman was wondering, hey, should I be worried about this? He's being open about it. Chef Max says, I specifically avoid new relationships because I have to stay close to my eggs ample. I don't think it would be fair to someone as I wouldn't be able to put 100% into that relationship. Wow. So Chef Max is choosing not to even start a new one.
Oh, wow.
Well, that feels like not fair to you, Chef Max. Shelly in Federal Way says, my ex-fiance is one of my very best friends. We're together for 7 years now. We were supposed to get married in 1989, but we realized we're just not really happy. We just had a nice long conversation last night. I wouldn't trade our friendship for anything, and there's nothing romantic whatsoever going on. We're just two friends who genuinely want the best for each other and provide support for each other when needed. We've known each other since we were 13 years old, and now we're 60. It's cool to have people in your life that you know really, really well and have been through a lot with you. See, now, Shelly's example is, I totally get that. Ex-fiance, I totally get that. Now, I'm curious, though.
You're trying to set me up.
Well,
You're trying to set me up.
Come on, G.
Nah.
We've got time.
Hey, Shelly, that's awesome.
Okay, Roger in UP says the male ex is still sniffing around because he's on the hunt for a way to get back with her. Sweeping statement? Yeah, maybe, but chances are high. G is right again. Okay, then there's B in Puyallup.
You know about B in Puyallup.
Yeah, B in Puyallup.
What do you say?
Is very curious. I think B in Puyallup could write some books. He says, I talked to every single one of my exes, even ones from high school, including my most recent ex. I'm a nice guy, but I'm not the one. We made way better friends. Everything is cool once you've seen someone naked.
Because B stays active. That's why.
Did you hear that last line?
I heard it. Naked. See, that's B in Puyallup. That's what he does.
On Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Ay. Bobby in Tacoma says, I like to break up with women on December 15th and February 5th. So he gives them a 10-day leeway.
No Christmas, no Valentine's Day.
Wow.
Frugal.
Sure, joking. Yeah, right?
Right. Well, you know the whole thing, like if people are always trying to get to date someone right before the holidays, you're in a relationship over the holidays, and then if you realize you don't like them after you've snuggled up all winter, then you break up with them before Valentine's.
Weather gets hot, you get outside. You
Hot
don't
girl
need
summer.
somebody to snuggle up with anymore.
There you go. Beth in Everett says, my partner and I agree that Valentine's Day is a corporate scam, so we skip the whole dang thing entirely. Now, could you ever see yourself just not doing any Valentine's Day with Lillian?
I'm just waiting for Lillian to say the word.
Well, what about next year on the
So
Super
we be
Bowl?
done. That's right. Next year is
Next year it's on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, down in L.A.
Okay, what has been your favorite Valentine's Day celebration? Like one that still sticks in your mind.
I think Lillian and I went to the Ram. That was the best. It was cheap.
That mac and cheese, man.
You know what I'm saying? We
The
had some
Ram
good
mac and
food
cheese is
down there,
crazy good.
down to Tacoma Waterfront. Went to the Ram. That was my favorite one.
Okay, I will tell you that one that stood out to me
What?
was when I went with girlfriends down to Palm Springs.
Oh.
It was Valentine's Day weekend. I couldn't believe that our husbands let us leave to go on Valentine's Day weekend.
Yeah, they
and
were
I'm trying
excited.
to figure out. I was
They
going
were
to say,
like, let's
I'm trying
go.
to figure out who was more excited, us or them.
Probably them. Like, basically, they're like, okay, Valentine's Day, we off the hook.
I know. And you know what? We were all having a great time too.
I don't know. Valentine's Day to me is like, I'm not exaggerating when I say this. It's literally like one of the worst holidays.
Why? Why is that? You just think it's just contrived? You should be treating someone nicely.
I mean,
every day.
If we want to be truthful,
yes.
I think Valentine's Day is nothing but a look at us holiday, right? You're sending the flowers to the work, right? Like, look at us on social media. Look at what we got. Look at it. That's all it is to me, right?
That's true.
And so,
Performative.
you do things so that your significant other can say, when their friends say, hey, so what did G do for you, right? I'm in a situation now where Lillian can just tell him nothing. He did nothing. But we're going to go for Korean barbecue.
Yes.
It's going to be a great time. And it'll be great. Perfect. In the afternoon.
Can you tell me who has the best Korean barbecue? Because that is my favorite food at the moment.
Okay. Y'all going to laugh at me. But I don't know the names of them.
Oh, okay.
Only Lillian know. I don't
Okay.
know. I just get in the passenger seat.
You just show up and eat.
Is it in Federal Way? Where is it?
Oh, so I'm sure we're going to one in Federal Way.
Okay.
Let's be real. I'm going to say something, sweeping statement. Federal Way in Tacoma has better food than Seattle.
They have some of the best food. I agree.
Oh, you actually agree?
Uh-huh.
Yes. Federal Way in Tacoma.
And much more reasonably priced.
Much more reasonably priced. Better food.
And it's because a lot of people shopping in the ethnic aisle. Dude, Let's keep it a buck.
What a callback.
Well done. If you've been listening to the whole show, that was real good. All right, Ursula, it's time for your words to live by. What you got?
I love this. In response to Valentine's Day, love does not make the world go round. Love is what makes the ride worthwhile. Hope you have lots of love in your life. Gee, happy Valentine's Day, even though I know it's not your favorite.
Wait, what are y'all doing for Valentine's Day? You going to Korea?
Not Korean barbecue, though.
But Korean restaurant?
Korean fusion, yes.
Just you and Long Live Mark?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, and then is Buddy coming over to cook for all y'all, Sophia?
He's not cooking for all of us. No, we're having actually a little get together and a party, like a little Galentine's on Valentine's Day. And then he's taking my roommate skiing on Sunday. So.
Oh, and speaking of which, I'm having a Galentine's Day party, and Sophia's coming.
Things my wife knows she'll never hear from G. Hey, babe, we going skiing. We're just not doing that.
You should try it sometime.
We going skiing, we're going hiking, we're going camping.
I know you went camping once. You and Lillian.
Yeah.
One time.
Nick, have a great weekend, man. I mean, not Nick. Ian, sorry. That was an accident. I was so used to saying that. Ian, you got any big plans this weekend, bro?
I got a tournament down at UPS. Go Dogs. UW Rugby. And
you
then,
actually play rugby?
I coached the team.
Oh, you're a coach.
Yeah. I broke my back, so I can't play no more. So now I'm coaching.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. That's a way to stay involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the game, so I got to do it somehow.
Oh, that's an awesome passion. All right, we got to go. You guys have a great weekend. The Jake and Spike Show, they're coming in next. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you. Appreciate you for listening. Love you for that. And as always, be kind.
Hope you have as much fun as we have. So long, everybody.
If you've been in an auto accident, you have the right to take your vehicle to any repair facility. Accurate Auto Body has been family owned and operated since 1994, and they work for you, not your insurance company. Your insurance company may not love them, but you will, because
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit. Accurate Auto Body.
Why does it matter to members that Aetna was named a Best Medicare Advantage company by U.S. News & World Report? Because they chose a plan that gives them real support, real people, and real care. We show up with care management that ensures doctors work together on complicated conditions. We show up with the latest in online tools to make healthcare easier to use anytime. We don't show up for awards. We show up for you. And showing up for you is how healthier happens together.
Right now, get a free furnace with the purchase of a premium heat pump and air cleaning package at CM Heating. Start today with an always free estimate. There's no beating CM Heating for heating, cooling, plumbing, or electrical. Go to cmheating.com.
Cold is leaking and rats are moving and mold is creeping and water seeping in. It's hard to be a homeowner, we know.
Without American Crawl Space and Pest Services, it is hard to be a homeowner. Dave Ross here. American Crawl are the heroes to call for insulation and pest issues because in addition to their great reviews and decades of experience, they also give out the most PSE insulation rebates of any insulation company in the state.
American Crawl, the heroes you call.
Get your free inspection at AmericanCrawl.com.
Have something to say? We'd love to hear it. Text KIRO News Radio at 888-973-KIRO. That's 888-973-5476. Powered by Muckleshoot Casino Resort.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit revivemenshealth.com.
File your taxes for free with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. File on your own in the Credit Karma app by February 28th. Valid for those who didn't file with TurboTax last year.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ziprecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio.